With you for the next 4 hours until 6. Jim didn't mention it, but the Sean Lewis Show is coming up. 6 p.m.
I wanted
here
you to mention
tonight.
it.
Oh, I mentioned it right off the top. Sean Lewis, 1 full hour. Myself, Rich Orenberger. Senior night on Saturday. So Sean Lewis for 1 full hour. We do have 2 tickets to give away for that game coming up later in the show. We also have a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration that we'll give away. Chris Hodge will join us. We've got some free picks for our listeners coming up. Chris Hodge taking Vegas. He will join us tonight coming up at 4:30 p.m. All right. So I didn't necessarily expect what I saw the quotes earlier today from Craig Stammen with Buster Olney. MLB Tonight podcast with Buster Olney from ESPN. And
is that going to go away? Or no, ESPN I guess still has rights to some MLB games.
Yeah, they kept the rights. Not the
but
same
they don't even
rights.
have MLB Tonight anymore. They got rid of that show, right?
I think they did get rid of that show.
And it used to be a staple.
Yeah. Have you missed it?
No.
Did you miss it last year? I didn't.
There's a lot of things on ESPN that I just don't even pay attention to anymore.
Right, exactly.
Nor do I care about, because everybody that I did like on ESPN doesn't really work there anymore.
Yeah.
And now it's just a bunch of random talking heads and Stephen A. Smith yelling in a corner about Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, I would like to have more baseball programming, but that's probably for another day. But Buster Olney is still doing a podcast. And he had a good guest, that guest being the newest Padres manager, the former Padre reliever, Craig Stammen.
Oh.
And within this conversation is this interesting insight. Remember, Stammen was teammates with Fernando Tatis Jr. He knows this player extremely well. He spent years with him. Listen to Stammen on Tatis.
And Tatis is a generational player. Someone that, like, when I was pitching, he'd make plays behind me. I'm just like in awe of the things he could do. And so having that respect for him and having seen him at his best, I think allows me to, hopefully push him to be at his best and not take, some of the days where he's just like, maybe I'm going to take a day off today, but push him to be the best that he can be, be that MVP caliber player that we all think he could be.
Oh, he said the silent part out loud, didn't
he? He did. He said what we've all been thinking and talking about for the last couple of years about Fernando.
Tried to catch himself, didn't he? Because he started it by saying MVP caliber and he bookmarked it by saying MVP caliber. But what he said is the truth, because he played with him. He didn't manage him. By the way, even Mike Schilt, if you think back to this last year, there were a time or two where even Schilt, in honest moments, mentioned some of the struggles Fernando Tatis Jr. was going through, which is utterly shocking.
But he didn't take it to the next level. He would always come back and just sugarcoat everything and protect the player when these are all professional athletes. Sometimes some tough love is needed, and Mike Schilt would never go there because he just was too soft to do it.
But Craig Stammen just told you the truth. And by the way, it's not to completely vilify Fernando Tatis Jr. If I did something 162 days in a row, I get it. It's not an easy job, but they're paid to do it. And he just said that Fernando Tatis Jr. takes days off. He said it, his words. Fernando Tatis Jr. takes days off. That's a very interesting admission from a former teammate of Tatis that is going to manage him in 2026. And again, to your point, Jim, is kind of, he said what we feel, which is, why can't they get the most out of Tatis? There's brilliance in there, but the consistency for years now has been lacking. And Craig Stammen essentially acknowledged that, didn't he?
I think he did. I don't think he called him lazy, but I do think he called him out. I do think that this, like you said, he said the silent part out loud.
Yeah.
He didn't go as hard as I've gone on Fernando or you've gone on Fernando, because you have to also have that good relationship. If one of the first things that Craig Stammen says in interviews is like Fernando Tatis Jr. is not a top level player because he's lazy, that wouldn't probably go over well the first time that he manages Fernando Tatis Jr.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting to hear him say that, because he's right. And the thing that we saw with Fernando last year is exactly what Craig Stammen is talking about. He would seemingly take at bats off. He would have this attitude about himself that was just like, woe is me, the pouty attitude, the frown, not laziness, but just like nonchalantness, I guess, right? It has to change. And that's why going into this new manager search, I was pushing so hard for Albert Pujols was because of this.
Mm-hmm.
They acknowledge it. And it's not just Craig Stammen. If we go back, AJ Preller acknowledged it at the press conference. So you've got your general manager and your new manager acknowledging that one of your star players has to be better. You know, for anybody out there, and I've heard this even in the media in this town, that Fernando had a great year. Shut up. No, he didn't. He had a fine year, a good year, but he didn't have a great year. Like, he's paid $30+ million to perform at a top 10 level in the game. He wasn't even close to that. This is professional sports. This is not, little league where you have to massage these kids and you can't, be as hard on these kids because they're kids. Fernando's not a kid anymore. He's an adult and he gets paid handsomely to go perform. And frankly, last year, I'm not going to say that it was an awful season, but it wasn't like this great season that a lot of people in this town are claiming it was.
He would tell you it's not a great season. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr., there's no way when the season ended, he was like, work's done, did everything I could do. I mean, he was lost at the end. He admitted in Chicago, my worst at bats came at the worst moments. I couldn't track the ball. I had bad plate appearances. So he would tell you he wasn't great. I think one of the concerns, to your point, with the Padres organization under Mike Schill was, do you really always need to hold their hands, or do they sometimes need tougher love? Fernando Tatis Jr., when he puts his head on the pillow, isn't looking for someone to hold his hand. I think he needs to be held accountable. So I actually like what Craig Stammen is saying. And here's the thing. It's not just about what he makes. It's about what I've seen out of him. I've seen him be a 40 home run hitter. I've seen him be impactful on offense. I've seen him be a top 5 player in the National League. And that ain't what we saw in 2025. I saw that 2021, 2020. So he needs to return to that player. And if he can't do it himself, he's going to need, I don't know, the support system around him. I think the tough love angle is the angle I'm going with Tatis. This holding hands and everything's great, and trust me, it's going to be 2021 all over again. Like, 2021 was 5 years ago. Like, so find a way to get him back to being that player, even if that includes tough love.
I've also heard this excuse. Well, he had some tough off the field problems potentially. Okay. What? I don't, what? I mean, yes, I will acknowledge that these guys are human beings, and off the field stuff is, sometimes way more important, and most of the time way more important than what you do on a baseball field.
Sure.
Okay. But the thing with Fernando is, it's not just a one-off. This past year is not a one-off. If the last 3 years, say in 2023, or no, when did he come back? 2023 and 2024. Say he put up, 39 homers and 41 bombs, right? Had a 920 OPS and like an 895 OPS. And then this year he drops to a 795 OPS, right? Then I would be inclined to go down that route and probably agree with you if that was your take and go, you know what? Yeah.
Down year.
Kind of seems like a one-off down year. Maybe he had some issues off the field. Guys, the big concerning thing with Fernando is that the player that we've seen, or that what we saw this past year, that's who he is going forward. That guy that we saw at the plate last year has been essentially the guy we've seen at the plate for the last 3 seasons. This is not a one-off. This is now turned into, I think, a concern. And all you got to do is go back and listen to AJ Preller and listen to Craig Stammen right there. That they're acknowledging that they need more from Fernando. They're acknowledging that there is more in there for Fernando to give. And if you are someone out there that doesn't see that, and you're blinded by this 6-war season that was basically all because of his defense, I don't know what to tell you, because just listen to the GM and listen to the manager. They're telling you what we're saying, just in a different tone, in a different way, that he needs to be better. He needs to play like an MVP, and he has not done that the last 3 seasons.
All right, so I completely agree with that. So Tatis, the last 3 years, has an 803 OPS. Solid, good major league hitter, above average. Tatis, though, his first 3 seasons had a 965 OPS. you can't compare a 965 OPS to an 803 OPS.
Right.
He's getting paid like he's the 965 guy, but he's not. And here's the other issue. His first 3 years were actually now 5 years ago because he missed a year. So his last 3 years, it's not like, well, his first 3 years were good, his last 3 years were bad. No, he actually missed a year in there as well. So now next year's 5 years since he was good. That's what I would say. He's now 5 years since he was not good, great. And what Dan Szymborski would tell us, the best indicator of future seasons is what you did last year. That's the best indicator. It's not just last year now, it's his last 3 years that are down. I would be hard-pressed to believe Fernando Tatis Jr. replicates the numbers he did his first 3 years at any point in his career. I hope I'm wrong, but this far removed from it, the benefit he has is he's 27. The thing working against him is it's been forever since we've seen that player. Forever in baseball terms.
Yeah, I'm just like, you can listen to us talk about Fernando and call us idiots, but all you got to do is listen to the general manager and the manager of this team talk about Fernando, and they're essentially saying the same thing, guys, just different wording. Just go back and listen. Go back and listen. And they're telling you he needs to be better. It's plain and simple. We've been telling you that for 3 years, that Fernando needs to be better. For this team to eventually get to where they need to be, Fernando needs to be a better version of himself. He'll tell you that, they'll tell you that, and we'll tell you that. And if you're just like not accepting it and you think that Fernando's having these great seasons because of his WAR and because his defense is great, I'm not saying his defense isn't great. It's phenomenal. He's the best right fielder defensively in the game.
Yeah, I don't think it's close.
Period. But if you're like, well, he walked a lot, are you this? Then you're probably the same person that got upset that Juan Soto also walked a lot while he was here too. But when Juan Soto walked a lot, he also put up a 940 OPS season or whatever it was. It
might have been higher than that.
Probably higher than that. So you can tell me the stats that you love, and I'll tell you that he still needs to be better because it's a factual statement. When you look at his numbers, he is nowhere close to the player he was. And again, go back and listen to AJ at the press conference last week and listen to Craig Stammen talking to Buster Olney today, and they told you he needs to be better.
The funny thing is, I don't think there's a lot of Tatis apologists. I would love to hear from one. Like, if you think Tatis has been terrific for this team the last couple of years, including 2025, if you have a complete infatuation with Tatis and you think we are misrepresenting him, floor is open. 877-767-4760. Or if you agree, 877-767-4760. More on that conversation. Chris Hodge taking Vegas joins us at 4:30. We've got a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration to give away as well. Sean and Jim. All right, John and Jim. San Diego Sports 760. Chris Hodge will join us. We'll have some free picks for us coming up later on at 4:30 NFL. Action gets underway this weekend. Bills, Texans, Amazon Prime tonight. We'll get you ready for that with Chris Hodge coming up at 4:30. All right, it is official. We'll get back to this Tatis conversation, but 3 Japanese players have been posted today. Kazuma Okamoto, Kona Takashi, and they are joining Munetaka Murakami.
Oh, perfect.
All 3 of those guys have been posted officially and are now eligible for teams to sign as free agents through January 4th. And we expect none of them to head to San Diego.
Will 1, 2, or all 3 of them sign with the Dodgers, or none?
It's a great question. That is a great question. Out of Kazuma Okamoto, who's an infielder, Kona Takahashi, and then the first baseman, Munetaka Murakami is a first baseman, right?
Yes. And he also plays some third base as well.
Okay, so he's a power corner guy. There's also a right-handed pitcher we talked about, Tatsuya Imai. I mean, there is serious talent. I mean, you can't discount it, obviously, at this point. These are such impactful pieces that they're helping teams win World Series. And you're right. I would be jaw-droppingly shocked if none of these impact pieces ended up with the LA Dodgers. Like, I'd be shocked.
What, I mean, you're going to say, what are the Dodgers' needs? They just won their second straight World Series. They'll probably find that they need somewhere, and they'll go out and make these moves. But I mean, what do the Dodgers need to do this offseason? Not that I really want to turn this into like a Dodgers free agency.
We have until 6 p.m. I mean, they would have a need probably in their bullpen that was shored up by Roki Sasaki in the postseason, but that I don't know if that was necessarily the plan or what Sasaki's plan is moving forward. Plus, it's less about needs for a team like the Dodgers and more about wants. You know, like from a Padres perspective, it's about what you need. From a Dodger perspective, it's about what you want. There's a huge difference. So the Padres have real needs. The Dodgers probably have real wants. And that's the difference between the franchises. That might be the difference between the Dodgers and the other teams in baseball. Truthfully, I think other teams are closer to LA than the Padres are closer to LA. I'm curious to see how the Padres navigate their offseason. It's always a fascinating time of year. But unfortunately, unlike when Peter Seidler owned this club and we were sitting around waiting for the Aaron Judges and the Trey Turners, we're not going to be waiting around for that this offseason.
And the thing with the Dodgers, I remember Andrew Friedman in the offseason last year saying after he made all those moves, he's like, I wanted to make all these moves now. So at the trade deadline, we're not scrambling and we can just kind of sit back and know that we made all these moves in the offseason. Now, all the moves they made pretty much blew up in their face besides the Blake Snell. Like their bullpen is what I'm trying to get at. Their bullpen, all like Kirby Yates and Tanner Scott, those moves were awful. And then you had Blake Trinan, who sucked, but of course he pitched, I guess, kind of well in the postseason. And then they turned.
I forget. I thought at one point the numbers weren't good. Maybe I'm
thinking the World Series he pitched fine.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever. And then they got Roki, and then they turned him into their closer.
Yep.
So I think if anything, the Dodgers are going to try to bolster their bullpen, and it would be something if they sign Robert Suarez. Of course, they probably would, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I could see that as a possibility because money's not the option. No. The reason I wouldn't sign Suarez is not because of him as a pitcher. It's more because of the money.
But anyway, it's interesting to hear those names that you talked about. And I'm like, would the Dodgers look at them and say, oh, yeah, those guys are what we need instead of what we just want? And they just said, screw it, we're going to go out and sign. I think they would go out and they would try to get like a Kyle Tucker, right? Because maybe like outfield help, right? Because they signed Michael Conforto last offseason and he didn't turn into anything. I don't think the Padres are going to be in on any of these guys. I don't. I can't wait until that one rumor that the Padres and AJ Preller are put in a paragraph or whatever, linking them to these guys, because of course AJ is linked to everybody. But the odds of any of those players coming to San Diego, I think, are very low.
The hardest part about it from a Padre perspective is you don't only pay for the player, you pay the posting fee.
That too. And
so you're taxed on top of what the player earns, and it's serious money, like 20% on the first amount, and then another 15 or 17.5% on the next amount, which makes it, again, less likely, I would say, from a Padres perspective. We asked your opinion again on Fernando Tatis Jr. I saw someone in the chat saying calling Tatis lazy is lazy in itself. Disengaged, distracted, surly, egocentric, all of these, sure, but lazy.
I never called Tatis lazy. I called him at times uninterested. Maybe I dropped lazy. I don't know.
I think we mentioned the word lazy initially, but
what I was saying is Craig Stammen didn't call Tatis lazy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think Craig Stammen called him lazy. I think he kind of just telling what it is, which is at times he just checks out a little bit. He's uninterested.
By the way, aren't these somewhat synonyms for lazy?
Probably.
Disengaged.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not a compliment, Normal Heights. Distracted, surly, and egocentric. If those are the words I'm using to describe my cornerstone piece, I didn't sign the right player. Like I bet on the wrong player. If the best way to describe Tatis or words used to describe him are disengaged and distracted, then you made a big mistake in locking him up for the next 14 years, which is no longer 14 years. So, yeah, I mean, lazy is probably a strong word, and I agree. I don't think you called him lazy. We may have mentioned the word somewhere along the way, but not referencing him that strongly. I just think Tatis needs to figure it out. And that, first and foremost, is on Tatis, but I think the strategy that Mike Schilt used, this idea that let's coddle him, let's hold his hand, let's lift him up. I don't think that's what the player wants. The player made an all-star game and said, I didn't even think I was going to make the team, and had a trip scheduled. There's countless examples last year where Tatis gets down on himself. I think he's hard on himself. So I understand trying to lift him up in some capacity. But at another point, like here's a 27-year-old player entering year number 8 in the major leagues, sink or swim.
And we'll see if Craig Stammen can unlock Tatis and do what he was telling Buster Olney that he wanted to do.
We'll see if Craig Stammen can unlock Tatis.
I know. I never thought I would say those words.
Like what?
That's why I was so in on Albert Pujols.
Right.
Because of the respect factor, almost like a fatherly figure type of thing where it's like, I don't want to let him down. And I have to, and if you're not locked in on every at bat, then Albert easily could go up to him and be like, what are you doing?
Right.
And Tatis is going to listen. And that to me, it was like the most important thing with this franchise is getting the most out of Fernando Tatis Jr. Because Manny's going to post, he's going to give you his numbers. He'll have stretches where he doesn't play well and whatnot. But for the most part, guess what? He's proven he can post, 25 to 30 home runs, 85 to 100 RBIs, 270 to 290 batting average. Like that's, who Manny Machado is.
Oh, we did call him lazy. Because I put a poll up. Is Fernando Tatis Jr. lazy?
Oh, good job.
And by the way, 70% say yes out of 100 votes. So it's not me calling him lazy. It's 70 out of 100 people calling him lazy.
So that's why I was like, look, Albert Pujols to me makes the most sense if he wants to do it. And also, he's a guy that I think can unlock Fernando. Because if you unlock Fernando, who knows what this team's going to look like? If anything, it's like this team will definitely be in a better situation if you have a guy that is a top 5 MVP candidate on it. When you think?
Yeah, but I lived through 2021.
You did live through 2021.
And he was a top 5 MVP candidate.
Yep. And they completely collapsed as a team. And who did we blame? Not Fernando.
No, but I'm saying even unlocking Tatis doesn't guarantee team greatness.
I do think that they are better equipped and in a better position
than in
2021.
Absolutely.
I think the Jace Tingler thing just blew up in everybody's faces.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I would agree. Yeah. So I'm calling him lazy. No, just in the poll, I'm saying, is he lazy? It's a question. Is he?
Yeah, you're asking if they're lazy.
And 70% of people are saying that he is. All right. On the other side, switching gears, senior night, Saturday, Snapdragon Stadium. The latest in terms of what's on the line for the Aztecs to reach a Mountain West championship game, even a small sliver of hope for a CFP. Does that exist or not? Plus, we're going to hear from Stephen A. Smith at some point. Is it from Stephen A. Smith that we hear from later this hour or not? We're going to hear from Stephen A. Smith later this hour. This is John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760.
All right, this update is brought to you by Macy's. We'll start with the Aztecs. They take on San Jose State Saturday night for senior night at Snapdragon Stadium, 7:30 kickoff time. 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts. You can listen to that game right here on your home of the Aztecs, San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their 2026 regular season schedule earlier this morning. They'll open up their 2026 year at Snapdragon Stadium against Montreal. A couple other games to note on their schedule. They'll take on Inter Miami and Messi in Miami Sunday, September 20th, and then Philadelphia Union, a reunion of Milan Olowski, back here at Snapdragon Stadium Sunday, September 13th. And tonight, 6 p.m., the Sean Lewis Coaches Show, as Rich, John, and Coach Lewis get you ready for senior night against San Jose State this Saturday. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25 with new arrivals every day. You never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
All right, John and Jim, Chris Hodge coming up at 4:30. Some free picks for our listeners. I saw the UT just published an article saying that there is a chance, albeit a slim one, for San Diego State to reach a college football playoff. It's not really about that yet, though. It was announced yesterday that Jordan Napier will miss the rest of the year. So he is out with a knee injury that will require surgery. And now the Aztecs have to overcome being without their premier offensive playmaker for at least 3 games. Hopefully 4 games, if they can reach a Mountain West championship here in 2025. So San Jose State is Saturday night. You can hear it right here on San Diego Sports 760. No Jordan Napier, taking on like a wounded animal in San Jose State. They're 3-7. They fired their DC. They fired their special teams coordinator. They've lost 2 straight. They were
great.
55-10 by Nevada last week. We'll see if the Aztecs can pick the pieces up without Napier and navigate a couple of wins in the final 2 weeks of the regular season.
That's a brutal loss.
Huge team. Loss.
I mean, you've lost now 2 pretty key members of your team on both sides of the ball.
2 captains.
Exactly.
Single-digit guys.
Yeah, you got, Tano Latui, Jordan Napier. But look, I mean, coming from a 49ers fan, I know about a little thing about injuries.
It happens.
Okay.
Right.
It happens.
Yep.
And it's the cliche that nobody wants to hear, including myself. I hate it, but next man up.
Yeah, no, I agree. Completely agree.
I think this team, and tell me if you agree, now with the loss of Jordan Napier, lean heavy on the run game.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. They're going to lean even heavier on it.
The defense has shown with how they played against Boise that they can withstand and absorb the loss of Tano. Not maybe, there are things that he did and things that he brought to the team. Obviously, you can't replace. But I think that defense as a whole, you still got some pretty Chambliss. You got Trey White. You got Chris Johnson on the outside. I mean, you got Mr. Will. Like, you have, I think, enough pieces on that defensive line and the secondary and the linebacker position to, withstand that loss. I don't know if there's anybody that can replace Jordan Napier.
Yeah, I don't think you can replace him, to your point. I think the concern this week is, unlike last week where Boise just ran the ball. They had a backup quarterback.
50 runs.
50-plus carries. This weekend is different. Yes, San Jose State has not been good here recently. Their quarterback throws for 350 yards a game, Walker Egan. They have the nation's leading receiver, Danny Scudero, who's had 1,155 yards receiving this year. So it's a little bit of a styles make fights type game where San Jose State might score a little bit. And are you going to be able to crack their defense, basically? Are you going to be able to play keep away, score the 24 plus points that are necessary to beat a good offense like San Jose State? Yes, the Aztecs have the defense. So you'd like to think that San Jose State isn't going to score, 30 plus points, but what if they score 20 points? Can you put the 24 or 27 up that are necessary without a playmaker like Jordan Napier on the field? Trying to go 6-0 at home for the first time since the 1990s. Trying to get to 9-2 overall after going 3-9 last year. It's all right in front of them. It's been this amazing turnaround under Sean Lewis. And now it feels like, not that they're holding on, but it does feel like the injuries are impacting their ability to, do what they did maybe in the first half of the year.
Yeah, 100%. I remember the game at Nevada
where they did everything well.
Would you agree? What game do you think was their best game of the year? Because I'd put the Nevada game up there.
Probably home versus Cal. That's probably what I would say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just considering the circumstances, they came in with a lot of acclaim and their quarterback 34-0 shutout.
Yeah, Nevada's not a good football
Nevada's
team.
Not good, but it was impressive what they did against Nevada.
Yeah, like before I even turned the game on TV, it was like a 14-0 already.
Yeah.
I would say those are the two best games of the year.
I agree,
and I agree too. They don't have the pieces that they did back then to maybe perform like that. So they're gonna have to evolve a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the Jordan Napier loss, because it's not just on offense, it's also special teams.
Yeah, he's great in the return game.
How many kicks has he returned this year? Like 2?
He's only taken one to the house. That was against Nevada.
Okay.
Right? Has he taken another?
I thought he took.
Did he take a kick return to the house? Maybe against like Stony Brook? He's had a couple long returns.
He's had long returns. But I know for sure he's taken at least one.
Yes.
I thought he took 2.
You may be right. It's possible. My mind is failing me.
And for an entire year to return 2 kicks,
it's a massive number.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, you not only lose him for your offense, the best wide receiver on your team, probably one of your best playmakers.
Yeah.
Other than Lucky Sutton, and you'll stick him away from special teams. Ugh.
And you know that feeling? We might have made this comparison even yesterday. It's like Troy came here in basketball, nothing to lose. Like, what's going to happen? You lose? Is anyone gonna be like, Troy lost at San Diego State, coach has got to go? Like, they came in here, guns a-blazing, nothing to lose. And then on the other side, it's like, are you going to play tight? Because San Jose State, in the football side of this analogy, is completely nothing to lose. 3-7. What's going to happen? They lose. Who cares? They're not making a bowl game either way. And San Diego State has everything to play for. Still playing to host a championship game. Still playing to get to a championship game. Trying to get to the LA Bowl or something even better than that. So how do you deal with playing a team with nothing to lose? Like that wounded animal mentality. Hopefully they're up for it with it being senior night, you know?
I think they will. I think the way they played at home this year.
I agree.
I think that's hopefully going to continue. And it's funny because, when Sean Lewis came here, it was Aztec fast, quarterback play, offense, bunch of points. Now it kind of feels like at the end of their season with the injuries they have on offense, it's like, okay, run the football, play great defense, which is what the Aztecs did for like a decade plus. And that's exactly who they were.
100%. I mean, I think we're in a point of the year where it's like if you were asking them to do anything else, like you got to play to your strengths. You know, like how could you, if I said it last week, I think if they attempted 30 passes, are they going to win? And if they attempted 35 or 40 passes in a game like this, like that's not really who they are. I mean, you've got an elite tailback in Lucky Sutton. You have a terrific offensive line.
It's not just Lucky too. Like they have
Christian Washington, Byron Cardwell Jr. No, you're right. So I just think you got to play your strengths. Mm-hmm. Like you don't want to play left-handed. You want to play right-handed. Right. And unless you're left-handed. Now the problem is if by chance your running game's not clicking, sure, then you're going to have to.
Yeah. And that's where you do see what this team is made of without Jordan Napier on offense. But if they can average 6 yards per carry like they did against Boise State,
that was pretty good.
Then guess what? You're going to see a lot of running plays with this Aztec football team down the stretch.
Yeah, I see an article here from Eddie Brown at the UT that says, while it's a narrow path, San Diego State's path to a college football playoff berth does exist. But I can't go down that path.
No.
I went down there before Hawaii, and then I saw what happened at Hawaii. This is about the next couple of weeks. It's almost the regular season's almost over. You know what I mean? Just win the games.
I have taken the chances of them making the college football playoff. It's completely out of my mind. I'm not even thinking about that. Which is
a smart way to go about it.
Like I think they have no chance, like none. So I am just looking at this team and focusing on taking care of business next 2 games, and hosting a Mountain West Conference Championship game at Snapdragon Stadium, which would be an amazing accomplishment for Sean Lewis in just year number 2 coming off a 3-win season.
It would be.
To host the title game?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, you can be the biggest Aztec hater in the world, but you have to at least respect that for sure. You have to look at that as that's a pretty good improvement and a big jump from a 3-win season to
10
to 10 and hosting a Mountain West Conference title game. Like, come on, man.
An amazing year, it really would be. All right, on the other side, we're going to hear from Stephen A. Smith, who makes a really good point, and you're going to hear what it is on the other side. Here until 6 p.m., Chris Hodge taking Vegas. He will join us coming up at 4:30. Some free picks for our listeners, talking Padres and Aztecs football, Aztecs basketball, NFL, and more. Stay with us, John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760 live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. By the way, we're celebrating the season with the iHeartRadio holiday special. I heard some holiday music today in like a shopping center. Is that okay? It's before Thanksgiving, guys. One night to get you the holiday spirit with exclusive performances from Goo Goo Dolls, Gwen Stefani, and more. Listen to the show Wednesday, November 26th at 4 p.m. on Holiday Seasons Radio on our free iHeartRadio. iHeart has a holiday channel going on right now. Is that okay?
Look,
no, it's not going on. If you read the thing, it doesn't start until like the week of Thanksgiving, the concert.
But Holiday Seasons Radio is on the app right now. Maybe. I'll check.
To the playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Like, I won't be that much of a Grinch, all right? If you want to listen to Christmas music, listen to Christmas music.
It's too early.
I am steadfast in that you cannot put your Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. But like I said, to not be a Grinch, I'll give you Christmas music.
I just found Holiday Seasons Radio. It's up and running, humming right now in the iHeartRadio app.
Really?
Look at that thing. It's a holiday mix.
What's on right now? Play it.
Can I? Christmas Baby by Michael Bublé.
I would probably get
copyrighted.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Can't put music on the station.
You know, it's funny because I made this whole like defense of you could put your Christmas tree up. And then when I went to Orange Theory today and I heard Christmas music, I'm like, what is this? That was my initial reaction.
So you're like, why is there Christmas music?
Why is there
coming from the guy with a Christmas tree right up in their house?
So I'm kind of like talking out of both sides of my mouth.
Yeah, kind of.
It's I mean, the thing is, when you hear Christmas music in San Diego and it's a pristine day, and it hasn't been recently. We've had the rain, we've had the wet weather, it's been cooler. It's supposed to rain tonight, I think, but this morning was spectacular. And I'm outside, I'm in like shorts and a t-shirt. It's like 68 degrees, and I hear Christmas music. I'm like, I didn't even remember that Christmas was coming, truthfully, because it's 68 and sunny. It's like sometimes you lose track of the month in San Diego.
You're like, wait, is it?
Yeah, what month is this?
Well, that's why I like the Christmas music when it's December, because it reminds you that it's actually Christmas. Otherwise, you think it's August for 8 months out of the year.
Do you guys ever have that like feeling when you wake up and you're like, it's kind of Groundhog's Day like, and you're like, what month is this?
Yeah, because there's no seasons in San
Diego. It's like, what is happening? Like, is it June or is it January?
Yeah.
No. Sometimes you forget.
You'll know when it's summer here.
Oh, definitely. It gets warmer.
There are days in summer where you're like, damn, it's hot outside.
100%. But there are some of those days where they're just so similar. You're just like, what time of year is it right now?
Like if I just look at the weather. So let's see here. Next Wednesday, John.
Yeah, let me guess. Is this for San Diego or for where you live in San Diego?
No, it's
just like
downtown. Just for San Diego.
I mean, let me guess. I'm not looking. Next Wednesday, high of 68 and sunny.
High of 75 and sunny.
75? Is that right?
Not Christmas. Thanksgiving is going to be 74 and sunny with a little overcast.
Yeah, exactly. That's which is great. I love that. That's why a lot of people live here.
Now, it does rain this weekend. Of course it does.
I think it's supposed to stop by Saturday when the Aztecs are playing.
Saturday, it will stop by noon.
Yeah, perfect. Game's at 7:30.
And that's it. Or no, wait, hold on. Saturday, it will stop by 6 a.m. My bad.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Sunday, sunny. Monday, sunny. Tuesday, sunny. Wednesday. So to your point, yes. All next week, you'll not know that it's Thanksgiving.
Exactly, which I like. And that's why a lot of people live in San Diego. All right. Set up this Stephen A. Smith soundbite from, is this earlier today?
Yeah. So I don't really know why Stephen A. Smith says what he says here and why the First Take crew is attacking Drake May. I think it's in response to something that Cam Newton said about Drake May, and then Drake May responded to that. Like I don't even know Cam Newton was on First Take or something, right?
Okay. Cam Newton said that the Patriots are fool's gold.
Yeah.
And some reporter asked Drake May about that. And Drake May said, I don't know. I don't watch that show. I said, I didn't even know Cam was on that show.
I didn't know that.
And
that's shocking.
Stephen A. doesn't agree.
Yeah. All right, let's hear from Stephen A. then.
He's also a liar. He's also a liar. First of all, let me tell you, it's not to brag. Listen, pardon the interruption, is the #1 show on ESPN spanning 20 plus decades. First Take is the #1 morning show, 13 years and counting. April will be 14 years. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that. Don't tell me you an athlete and you don't know that Cam Newton ain't on the show. You lying. That's #1. #2, I'm going to take it to a more serious tone with that because I get where you're coming from, RC, and I don't disagree with you. But how about athletes looking out for athletes? I remember when there was a time when it was so much media that we were saying, athletes, once you're not playing anymore because of your expertise, y'all should be on TV. The opportunity should be there. One of the problems is sitting here right in front of y'all, right? This is First Take. There's nothing that I know about football that they haven't taught me. I was a reporter. Ain't play no damn football. Don't tackle me. Don't hit me. No, I don't want it. You understand what I'm saying? I sit up there and I learn from these folks, the people that played in this game, that, when it's over, what are we looking for? What do we want to do? And the media offers former professional athletes opportunities that corporate America, for the most part, ain't doing. But a professional athlete performing because he in his feelings, because somebody might have critiqued him, or some weak ass reporter or pundit on radio gonna ask a question out of context. Out of context. They misquote Cam, all right? Because like Cam said, he was talking about the Patriots, not him. And you're gonna ask the question, well, ask it accurately instead of misrepresenting Cam Newton. And if you're a player, how about knowing that, yo, Drake May, you at Carolina? We like what we seeing from you now. We didn't see that last year in New England. We damn sure didn't see it in North Carolina. This brother right here is a national champion.
So
what? It's my initial. I'm serious. Right? Is there some of that in there? Honestly.
First, I just want to apologize
to anyone that had to listen to that.
Yeah, for anyone listening to our show right now, watching us on YouTube, we're sorry. We're very sorry. Number two, man, is Stephen A. not the most insufferable media member in the entire world?
Imagine being so self-absorbed that you think that starting quarterbacks in the NFL sit around waking up to watch your show that I didn't even know the name of the show or who was on. I don't know. I'm in sports media. I don't have the responsibility of quarterbacking a good team.
You know who Will Compton is?
I know the name, yes.
Busting with the Boys.
Yes.
He had a great response.
Okay.
He goes, former NFL player, by the way.
Right.
He goes, quote tweeted it, and he said, shot in the dark here, but I guess quarterback Drake, quote, Drake May, doesn't know because he doesn't watch First Take at 10 a.m. during peak game planning hours at work.
It's insanity. It's insanity.
I think Stephen A., man, the absolute worst talking head out there. And the fact that like Bob Iger and ESPN just enables it makes everybody that listens to him dumber.
And to that point, by the way, and I don't like Pat McAfee, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners do. I would never compare Pat McAfee to Stephen A. Smith. To me, Stephen A. Smith is so much more intolerable.
Oh, fuck.
Like, again, Pat McAfee isn't my cup of tea.
No.
But there's some of it that I can appreciate. Where Stephen A., I don't really appreciate it.
Like he's always talking down to you.
Yeah.
And like, not to brag, but
we have the number
First
one ratings
Take
for 20 decades. I'm like, oh, for 200 years, that's amazing.
I saw something on social media today. It said, yo, if First Take wasn't on every gym and every hotel, nobody would watch your stupid show.
I mean, we work in sports.
At the airport.
All three of us work in sports. Do we be honest with me? Did you ever wake up and throw this show on and be like, man, let me get my sports fix for the day?
I have never done that.
Nope. No, and have I had it on, to your point, at a hotel or a lobby, or has it been on? Of course it's been on. But I'm not innately or inherently being like, this thing is the worst thing in the history of the world. I'm just saying it's not such must consume content that all us sports fans are sitting around and waiting until 10 a.m. Eastern to watch this show.
I just can't stand Stephen A. I can't stand like segments where they have like 7 people on the panel.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that.
What are we doing?
It's too much.
Dude.
And then he just talks for 11 of the 14 minutes on a 7-person panel.
And then his takes, I'm just like, why are we talking about the Cowboys again? Or why are it's like, right. And the only reason why I know they talk about the Cowboys so much, not because I watched that stupid show, it's because it's all over my timeline on social media.
See the bites. Yeah.
Because I mean, their social media team does a good job, right?
Of course.
That's their job, is to pump that content out there and
Instagram,
make
TikTok.
as many people see it as possible.
I did think it was kind of ironic that Stephen A. was ripping on Drake May for being soft with criticism while making a 2-minute tirade about
being criticized,
saying he didn't watch this show.
No doubt.
Man, I can't stand that guy.
You really can't.
But I think it's entertaining to listen to something like that and to bring that to light, to react to it, of like, man, you're stupid, dude. But hey, look, he gets the last laugh because Bob Iger and Disney thought that he was good enough to be the face of ESPN to give him hundreds of millions of dollars. And I'm not going to say he's ruined sports media, because without Stephen A., I think a lot of people wouldn't be in the media game just because of how he started to do things. But I do think the way and the path that Stephen A. has gone has made his type of sports media just like
it's insufferable.
Insufferable.
It really is. All right, we're going to switch gears on the other side. SDFC getting ready for this critical playoff match coming up on Monday night at Snapdragon. Plus, their 2026 schedule, as Jim has told us, is out. We're going to react to that. Plus, coming up at 4:30, Chris Hodge taking Vegas. Free picks for our listeners here until 6. Stay with us. Hour 2, John and Jim next.
All right, this update is brought to you by Macy's Backstage. We'll start with the Aztecs. They take on San Jose State Saturday night for senior night at Snapdragon Stadium. 7:30 kickoff time. 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their 2026 schedule today. They opened their 2026 season at home February 21st against Montreal. A couple notable games on their schedule. They'll take on Inter Miami for the first time in Miami Sunday, September 20th. And then Milan Ilowski makes his return back to San Diego when they take on Philadelphia Sunday, September 13th. And tonight, 6 p.m., the Sean Lewis Coaches Show with John Rich and Coach Lewis as they get you ready for senior night this Saturday. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Getting you all set for that drive home. Let's just start the show. Here's John and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? Hour 2, John and Jim. They only give us 4 hours, so we got to make the most of this hour.
Should we ask for more?
imagine like,
can we get 5 hours? The crazy part
Listen.
is if we went in there and we asked for 5 hours, they would, without hesitation, go, absolutely.
Listen, when I lived,
Are you kidding me? Don't worry, Brett.
Before I moved to San Diego, out east, and someone correct me if I'm wrong. Someone look this up with like ChatGPT. I'm 98% sure Mike Francesa, post Mike and the Mad Dog in New York, when he had a solo show, and he had it for 10 years at least, did a show from 1:30 until Devils hockey at 6:55 for like a 5-minute like he had a 5.5 hour show. Now, maybe that's like, I probably shouldn't say that because they're gonna be like, why not just give him 5.5 hours? I mean, Mike Francesa did 5.5 hours in New York, or 5 hours, but I don't know how he did that. Now it's all caller focused. People just call in and rip calls. Like the Jets and the Mets and the Yankees and the Rangers.
Why is Cam Scatterbo at a WWE event? He should be at home.
And again, he's got producers and this and that. The guest is like the manager of the New York Yankees for like 45 minutes. He'd do these like 40-minute interviews.
Commercials.
Yeah, it was so
just 45 straight.
Yeah, it was
Aaron
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But sometimes I do think about that. What I think about is how on earth did he do a 5-hour radio show every single day?
I don't know, John. Do you want to find out?
Solo.
Do you want to find out?
No, I really don't. No, I do not. Anyway, 4:30, Chris Hodge will join us coming up. He's got free picks for our listeners. We'll get into Thursday Night Football. Do you have a strong opinion here tonight? Bills Texans coming up tonight. Amazon Prime Video. Kicking off the weekend in the NFL. Decent game?
I got nothing, dude.
You have nothing on tonight?
Is CJ Stroud out still? They just lost Joe Mixon for the rest of the year.
Where's this game? Is it in Houston? Yeah. Buffalo's a 5.5-point favorite at Houston.
That's it.
I mean, Houston's 5-5, 3-2 at home. They've been fine.
Yeah, but
is Stroud playing? He's not. Okay.
No.
Then if Stroud was playing, I guess it'd probably be like a
Bills by 20.
Bills by 20 tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your big take on this game?
Bills by 19.
That's what you got?
That's my big take. I'm looking at this weekend right now. We have the big Niners game, of course, Monday night.
Yeah, versus the
That I'm
Panthers.
sure you've circled.
Oh, yeah, I've circled that one.
You'll be watching that one intently Monday night from Santa Clara. What else this weekend? I mean, we have Buccaneers Rams is a very good game. SoFi. Sunday Night Football. Eagles Cowboys.
Sunday Night Football, Eagles Cowboys?
No. Sunday Night Football is Rams Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very good game, right?
When's
Colts Chiefs?
Oh, wow.
That's massive. Sunday at 10 a.m. in KC. Must win for Kansas City?
Must win for Kansas City.
Like a true must win, right?
Yeah. Did you say Eagles Cowboys at Sunday?
Yes, I said on Sunday, but not Sunday night.
Okay, that's what I mean. Yeah, Sunday.
Yep. Eagles at Cowboys.
Oh boy.
What's the boy?
Just oh boy. I mean, my wife's an Eagles fan and she hates the Cowboys.
Oh yeah.
So,
Everyone hates the Cowboys.
I mean, I hate the Cowboys too.
That's an Eagles fan. Everyone hates the Cowboys.
But as an Eagles fan, it's like another level.
Yeah, division rivals. Fair point. Just looking at what else we got. We got Steelers Bears. A couple of good teams. Steelers maybe trying to hold on. Bears trying to prove they're real. It's also Sunday in Chicago.
We don't know if Rodgers is playing yet, though.
Is that good or bad?
Depends. That guy wanted to beat him.
Right.
But
okay. And then tonight again, we have Bills and Texans. All right. STFC plays Monday night, right? And of course, massive Western Conference semifinals, the right to advance to the Western Conference Championship. You mentioned 2026. Now, there's still a world where SDFC and Miami meet this year. It would be in the MLS Cup. It would be in Miami. If that is the exact matchup, that would be in Miami based on records this year. But SDFC, for the first time ever in a regular season, will play Miami next year, and that'll be in Miami. Is that kind of the highlight of the regular season schedule? I wish it was in San Diego. There's no scenario now until at least next year's MLS Cup for Miami and Messi to come to San Diego.
The one thing I think that everybody down at STFC's headquarters was pissed about when they saw the schedule released for their inaugural season is do you remember they released like renderings at Snapdragon Stadium
Playing Messi
playing Inter Miami?
Yeah, I do remember that. I assumed Miami would come here because this was an expansion team.
That's what I thought too. And you didn't have Miami on your schedule?
Right. They weren't on at home or road. And now next year you get road, not home.
It's just probably because it's.
I have a theory.
What's your theory? Messi doesn't want to travel
No.
cross country.
No, it's not my theory. I'm sure he plays I'm sure Miami plays at like Seattle or one of the LA clubs, right? Or Portland. My theory is SDFC doesn't quote unquote need it. They draw. Like SDFC has been a top draw in the league, right? They're drawing 30,000 people.
Oh yeah,
they don't need. Like I'm sure there's a franchise in this league that could quote unquote use Messi at home. I don't know which one that is in the West, but I'm sure there's someone that could use that Messi bump. I don't think SDFC necessarily needs the Messi bump.
A couple other notable matchups. Their first match against LAFC, not until Saturday, May 2nd.
What are we doing, Major League Baseball? That's what I say. Why are the Dodgers and the Padres not playing until June?
And then they take on LAFC up in LA Saturday, August 15th. They don't play the Galaxy until August 29th here at Snapdragon. And then they'll go to LA to face Galaxy October 17th.
Okay.
But yeah, they got a stretch of games here where they'll face Philly at home, Philadelphia Union. They're the best team in MLS.
Well, this year, right?
This year. I mean, they could win a cup, so they could be the defending cup champs. And then the following week, they travel to face Messi in Miami. So like that,
I like that
2-week stretch there from September 13th through September 20th.
Is that what you're circling early in the year right now?
Probably. If you're one of those fans that wants to travel and like that's obviously what you're circling right there to follow them because look, you could do the whole. I mean, they go to Miami on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're at Austin FC on the 26th, and then they're at the Red Bull on October 10th.
So you're saying just stay on the road for a month?
Stay on the road for a month. Yeah.
Is that? By the way, I feel like when they play in Miami, September 20th, it might be warm.
Probably
like 125 degrees when they play in Miami on September 20th. But hey, listen, that could be coming off. We don't even know what's possible over these next 3 weeks for STFC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't know what they're coming off when they start 2026.
I'm looking at their schedule for next year because one of the things that we looked at was like, when are they going to have games during the week? For our own selfish purposes.
Yeah, they have 2 at home, right?
They have one game that will preempt the show next year.
Oh, do they?
Wednesday, April 22nd.
What time?
At Houston, 5:30 p.m.
Oh, wow. I was not at 2:30?
No.
Okay.
They do play the Red Bull Saturday at 4:30, but that's
a Saturday.
And I know it is. And every other Wednesday game they have is like 7:30.
Yeah.
Or 6:30.
Okay. So and by the way, the offseason, because they're making this playoff run,
is short.
Offseason is weeks. I mean, if they were to play to the MLS Cup, they play into December. Their season starts for real in February.
And they have to get training.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we just played a month ago.
By the way, they take off how long for the World Cup? They take off a long time, 6 weeks. I think from the end of May until the beginning of July. That's what I read.
From May 23rd to July 22nd.
That long? Or is that just home? They're off 2 months.
Their last game in May is May 23rd. Their next game is July 22nd.
Wow. So they're off for 2 months next year with the World Cup coming to the U.S.
Yeah, they don't play any games in June.
All right. Well,
okay.
I mean, 2026 is going to be a massive year, obviously, in general for soccer in this country. I mean, that goes without saying. But
yeah,
I mean, if you were around in 94, which I was and Jim was 5, 94 was crazy. with the World Cup. And now you get it back, and it's much big. It's the first ever 48 nation version of the World Cup. It's coming to 3 countries, Canada, US, and Mexico. It's going to be insane next summer. It was the right time to launch a club here. Would people have wanted a club 25 years ago? Of course. There were circumstances at play, Chargers, stadium, whatever else. Doesn't need to be rehashed, but you launch a team in 2025 and you win, and then the next year there's a World Cup in America. I mean, it's like a perfect storm for SDFC, is what I would say.
Could not have asked for a more perfect season unless they win the MLS Cup. Then it's like you really couldn't have asked for a more perfect season.
Yeah,
because they have created a buzz. They have created a incredibly loyal fan base, and it all parlays into next season, like you say, with the World Cup, where I'm sure you're going to have a lot of sellouts and a lot of season tickets sold for next season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, and they've earned it. They've deserved it based on their play. Everyone always said like, this is the right market for Major League Soccer. And they weren't kidding. I mean, that is not like a cliche statement or just something that people say like, oh, San Diego is a soccer city, right? A soccer town. People, it's the hotbed of soccer. People would say that, and it's been backed up time and time again, whether it's television ratings, whether it's butts and seats at Snapdragon Stadium, just whatever it is. It's just like, again, I'm sure there's other great markets for Major League Soccer. I know there are. I'm sure there's great markets across Major League Soccer. This has to be up there, though. Again, I don't know how you rank them necessarily, but San Diego's got to be among the premier markets for the entire league. I mean, they tried and tried and tried to get Major League Soccer here, and credit Major League Soccer as well. I didn't know if it would, honestly, I didn't know when it would happen. When we lived through all that saga, Soccer City, San Diego State, I had no idea the path to Major League Soccer in the city. If it would come this quickly, I'd say it came pretty quickly after the completion of Snapdragon, 2 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it happened very fast. It's like you go from announcing a team to you're 3 wins away from an MLS Cup. Like
that seems like it happened in a very quick manner.
And all within less than a calendar year, or all within a calendar year. So, yeah. Because we didn't even know the team name at this time last year, did we?
I think we did last year. When they announced the team?
Like, when did we know like the logos?
I have no idea. I forget when we were having
remember
those
that
conversations.
Day.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I don't know about this logo.
You're right.
It got leaked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You're right. That wasn't long ago at all.
And now we got rally towels in studio.
Life comes at you quick.
Yeah.
Life comes at you very quick. All right. Aztecs basketball coming off that heartbreaker against Troy. Can they bounce back against Michigan in Las Vegas to kick off the Players Era Festival? Plus, Chris Hodge will join us coming up at 4:30. We have the wrap coming up as well. We've got a giveaway for you. We're here until 6. It's John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, John and Jim. How about this? SDFC's Season of Giving campaign is expanding its holiday efforts with One City, One Table, a program supporting families across the region during this critical time of year. To kick off the campaign, SDFC is donating 18,000 meals, the equivalent of a $9,000 contribution to the Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank. SDFC fans can drop off non-perishable food items at 18 Threads, the club's official retail store in Mission Valley, to support the food bank's holiday food drive. Fans coming to Monday's playoff game can donate items at any stadium entrance. For more information, visit sandiegofc.com/food drive. So again, Monday night at Snapdragon, you've got SDFC. Monday night in Las Vegas, the question is, can San Diego State bounce back? Off the Tuesday loss to Troy in heartbreaking fashion, in double overtime in a game that I don't even know what happened, but it did happen. And now San Diego State will try to pick up the pieces, so to speak, and you turn the page to the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, who are loaded at every position, have multiple 7-footers on their team. They're just talented. They're 4-0. They've got Dusty May at head coach, who used to be at FAU. And it's the second all-time meeting between San Diego State and Michigan, and I'm fascinated to see what it looks like. I really am. What does San Diego State look like coming off Tuesday night when they get their next chance coming up in Las Vegas in the Players Era Festival?
So Aztecs by what? 12, 13?
Is it?
That's it? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But hey, nothing like playing one of the best teams in the country after you get upset at home by Troy when you're a 15.5-point favorite in a bye game. Like, if that isn't, hey, we can't just sit around and be upset that we lost to Troy. We have to focus, because we're going to play a damn good basketball team on Monday. And if we don't focus and we're still, upset about losing to Troy, we're going to get our ass kicked.
Yeah, you can't let Troy beat you twice, as the adage would say. They won't let that happen. Like, they'll be focused, right? They'll be focused, but the question is, will that be enough against this team that, again, has aspirations? I'm talking about Michigan, and San Diego State could say the same thing, but I mean, Michigan's got national championship aspirations. You don't spend like they spent in the portal to, go 11-9 in the Big Ten and be an 11 seed in the NCAA tournament. No, they're a top 5 caliber team that expects to be playing potentially in a Final Four this year. So it's a huge opportunity for San Diego State, is what it is. That's what it is on Monday night.
Would you agree that Monday night, coming off of the loss to Troy at home,
okay,
will tell us a lot about this basketball team, depending on how they do?
Yeah, probably tell us.
Or is that not fair, because Michigan, as you said, is one of the best
They're
teams
really
in the
good.
country?
Okay, will it tell us a lot if San Diego State plays very well and loses? Will you say I learned a lot? If they lose, I'm making it up, 70-68? Will you say I learned a lot?
I don't know.
Or are you only learning a lot if they win?
What I meant by learn a lot is how they respond to the bad game. They didn't look. There was parts of that game that they played really well against Troy. A lot of parts where they played bad. Turnovers, defense especially. Yeah. If they go out and they hold a Michigan team to like 60 in the 60s, and say they do lose 65-62, will that tell you anything about this team? Or will it just be as black and white? They didn't win the game,
right? So
I can't take anything from this game because moral victories are for losers.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know how to answer that right now. I mean, I think there'd probably be some optimism if it did play out that way, but you'd also say, well, they wasted a golden opportunity. If they lose by a point or 2 or 3, and there's opportunities to win, and there's 2 minutes left, you're at a tie game, and you don't score on 2 of your last 3 possessions, and Michigan converts and you don't, well, are people going to say, hey, they proved they can play with the number 7 team in the nation? Or are people going to say, had an opportunity just like against Troy and they didn't take advantage of it?
Yeah, different type of opportunity against Troy.
I mean, what I meant about opportunity is, it was there for the taking.
Right, to steal a game they did not play well in.
Right.
Against a team that was in the 130s in Ken Palm.
Yeah.
So, I agree. If they go out and they play Michigan tough, they lose by like 2 or 3 points in the end, it's going to be really hard to look at that and be like, oh, you know what? Everything's great.
Right.
Like they still lost. Still goes on their resume. They had missed a golden opportunity to put a Michigan win on their resume that I don't know if it would cancel out the Troy loss, but it would sure as hell help your resume going into March when you have that beat Michigan, number 17 ranked team in the country.
It cancels it out. Don't you think? You beat number 7.
But what if they went in the regular season, they lost like at home to Air Force or?
Well, no, it doesn't cancel everything out.
No, I know.
It cancels the Troy game out.
And that, yeah, it cancels that out. But I'm talking about like the overall, the entire season.
Of course not. I mean, last year, I think Houston canceled out some of the up and down nature of the Mountain West regular season. They finished in 4th place in the league. They lost to UNLV. It was a quad 3 loss. But they beat Houston. And I think Houston carried the day.
Yep.
And I think the same would be said if, and it's a big if, they beat Michigan. Now, Michigan won't excuse them losing, to your point, to Fresno State.
Right.
Or them finishing in 5th place in the Mountain West this year. They're going to have to be, just speaking out of turn, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the Mountain West in the regular season, plus have some resume wins, whether it's Michigan, Oregon, Arizona. Arizona's unbelievable. I don't know if anyone's been watching Arizona. They've got the best wins in the country, and you got to play Arizona in Phoenix, which again is an opportunity, but not an easy one.
You have to get through Bryce James, that's for sure.
That's exactly who you're going through when the Wildcats take on the Aztecs. So I'm excited for Las Vegas. I mean, obviously Tuesday night, it's tough because every Aztec fan was waiting for this Players Era event. You know what I mean? Like this was all just the buildup.
Now you go to the NIL tournament and everyone's pissed.
Everyone's pissed. Exactly. And maybe that works to their benefit.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Like, hey, we have to go out and
we got to play like this is the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we got to play better. Like,
right.
Much better. And we're not going in on a high. We're going on a very, very low after losing to Troy. Because you saw it at the end of the game. Every single one of those players on the court hung their head and was like, oh no, we just lost to Troy at home.
It was the manner in which I agree. I feel like they reacted the way they should have. You played a 50-minute game that included a half-court heave. Like the loser of that game was not going to be like, fun game, guys. Like there was a lot in there.
Also, though, you saw the reaction of Troy.
Looks they were like they won the national title.
Right. If it was like Arizona, they're not reacting like that because they know Troy does or Troy did that they just pulled off a pretty big upset.
Absolutely.
So
I heard their coach say, and he's coached the NCAA tournament, I think multiple times, said this is the best team we've ever beaten. This is the best team we've ever beaten. So that's how big of a win it was for
How'd they lose
Troy.
that game?
Troy outscored.
Oh.
Yes, by how many score more points?
By how many points? One?
By one in 50 minutes. All right, Chris Hodge taking Vegas. Good? He will join us coming up at 4:30. On the other side, let's give away a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration here until 6. John and Jim.
All right, this update is brought to you by Macy's Backstage. We'll start with the Aztecs. They take on San Jose State this Saturday night for senior night at Snapdragon Stadium. 7:30 kickoff. 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their 2026 regular season schedule this morning. Their 2026 season kicks off Saturday, February 21st at home versus Montreal. And tonight, 6 p.m., the Sean Lewis Coaches Show with John Rich and Coach Lewis as the guys get you ready for senior night on Saturday night. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25 with new arrivals every day. You never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com today.
All right, Chris Hodge taking Vegas coming up at 4:30. Getting us ready for Thursday Night Football, college and NFL picks, free, coming up at 4:30. What does it say when your older sibling fires you from your job within an organization, right? Jeannie Buss today firing Joey and Jesse Buss in a Lakers reshuffling of the organization.
Well, yeah, because didn't that
It's not the first reshuffling.
Didn't that guy buy them for $10 billion? Mark Walter or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but this is still like a family. This was Jeannie's decision, was it not?
Okay. I don't fully know, but my guess would be if you're firing siblings, sorry.
But it's not that it's sorry, it's just kind of
Interesting.
yeah, it's really interesting because didn't she had the falling out with the older siblings previously? And now you have these younger siblings now. What I find interesting about it is the Lakers seemingly, and these brothers were in like scouting and development. The Lakers are seemingly on a good path, are they not? They've played well on floor. They've gotten healthier here in recent days. And like, I could see them being not just me. I mean, they're one of the better teams in the Western Conference, right? After kind of years of just scuffling, you acquire Luka. Again, I'm not saying that has anything to do with her brothers, but seemingly they're having success as an organization right now.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
So Mark Walter is the new majority owner of the Lakers. Is that right? Because he bought them for $10 billion or something like that. He also
Jeannie Buss is the team's chairperson.
Well, Mark Walter also is the Dodgers owner as well. He's like the big money. But he's very rich.
But again, Jeannie Buss is still overseeing the organization, correct? She's the chairperson of the entire Lakers franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about the math and the numbers, but she's the chairperson.
Because last summer, the Lakers' majority ownership was sold from Jeannie Buss to Mark Walter.
But Jeannie Buss is still running unless I'm wrong.
And yeah, the sale totaled over $10 billion. I'm sure that Jeannie Buss still is, in charge of things, but at the same time, when you have a new owner, things will change.
So you think this is more of an owner change situation than it is like a falling out in the family?
It could be a falling out. And if it's a falling out, who cares? Because Mark Walter is the majority owner of the team. Maybe he's the one that was like, hey, we need to switch things up here, do this, do that. Like, I don't know. But at the same time, I don't think it's a big problem for the Lakers right now because on the court, they're one of the better teams in basketball.
True. The Buss family situation has been interesting, though, in general, with the Lakers.
It's not hindering them from competing. I can tell you that.
No, but although they've had an interesting, tell me if you disagree. Like, you look at them post-Kobe, I mean, there's been a lot of down. There's been some up. I mean, if you want to include the COVID bubble year. But like post-Kobe Lakers, like how would you describe the post-Kobe Lakers? Like where would you rank them among NBA franchises since the last title? Other than the COVID year, I mean, has it been a good 15-year run for the Lakers?
I mean, they won a championship in that COVID year. Wasn't really like anything special.
Right. We kind of discounted that, didn't we?
We did. Other than that, I mean, they're just the Lakers, but they have not had the success that you're looking if you're a Lakers fan. And by the way, this move is the first move in the Mark Walter era. And he's the one that is in charge of making said move. So if Jeannie Buss wanted to make this move, she could not have done it without the okay from Mark
Sure.
Walter. 'Cause
Okay.
Mark Walter is in charge.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And again, I don't know what it really means for the organization. I'm just saying in general, it feels like the organization has kind of just been going about it. I mean, have they been a seriously contender in the West since COVID? No.
No, they have not
Until now. And they
'cause
got the
have
benefit
Luka.
of the amazing trade that benefited them. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. With this Lakers team. I don't think they have enough to win a championship, but they have enough to compete. And look, if you get into a 7-game series against the Thunder, you think the Thunder are going to want to see Luka and LeBron, and I'll throw Austin Reeves in there because he can score, but still, at any moment, Luka could go for 50.
Yeah, no, it's a really good point.
So I think the reshuffling of the Lakers is all stuff behind the scenes that fans really don't care about. All they care about is, hey, is Luka healthy? Is LeBron healthy? Is Austin Reeves healthy? Can JJ Redick coach in the playoffs? Unlike last year where he just like left his guys out there for 48 minutes a night and made everyone dead tired. So yeah, the restructuring of the organization with these specific moves that you're referring to, I think a lot of Lakers fans like, okay.
Yeah, probably. And I agree with you. And by the way, while I agree with the general idea that, hey, do the Thunder want to see the Lakers in a 7-game season? I would spin it the other way and be like, nobody wants to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. Any team in the NBA, none of them will be favored to beat the Thunder with Oklahoma City as with home court. Zip, zero, zilch. Correct?
Correct. But it's still Luka.
It is. And they were in some 7-game series last year. Indiana, Denver. They were beaten at home multiple times.
Same thing with Denver. I mean, Jokic is playing. I mean, he's
they've had an amazing start to their year.
He's incredible.
Yeah. Shoot, I was watching Houston last night. Houston's 10-3.
Houston's also had a pretty cupcake
start.
schedule.
Is that what it is?
Okay. Early on, which I mean, good. You got to take advantage of it.
What happened did you see Steph last night? Didn't score.
Didn't score a point? Why not?
Didn't score a point. They were beaten by double digits by the Miami Heat.
Wow. Is it because the NBA had the Warriors on their 5th back-to-back this early in the season?
It's because Steph didn't play.
That's also true. Nor did Jimmy Butler, nor did Draymond Green, nor did Jonathan Kuminga, nor did Al Horford.
It's not even in baseball. Sometimes they say, well, it's a scheduled loss. It just was a unique circumstance to travel. And
like 5 scheduled losses.
This isn't just a scheduled loss. Yeah. I mean, they didn't even play their players. Like you were guaranteed to lose the game.
Right.
It's an actual scheduled loss.
Yeah. It's something that happens all the time in basketball.
100%.
Doesn't happen in baseball much. I mean, you could say scheduled loss after like a travel day.
Yeah.
But most of the time, the teams send the next day starting pitcher back home, so it doesn't have to travel like crazy amount of hours.
It's a good point. By the way, who is the best record in the Eastern Conference?
Oh, I know who has the best record in the Eastern Conference. Ready for this knowledge? The Detroit Pistons.
13-2.
Yeah, they're incredible.
13-2. It's taken a while.
Cade Cunningham, man.
Yeah, it's taken a while to turn that thing around.
Welcome back, Detroit.
Dude, 13-2. By the way, one of the worst records in basketball?
That would be,
you know where I'm going.
Either the New Orleans Pelicans or the Washington Wizards.
I was actually going with the team that played for an NBA championship in Game 7 last year, the 2-13 Indiana Pacers. 2-13. Again, they're without Halliburton.
Guess who they've beaten in one of their wins?
Not Golden State.
Golden State.
Have they really? Mm-hmm.
It was like their first one of the year.
Like that's where, like, if you're a Pacers fan,
it's brutal.
It's brutal because your team isn't you're not built to get there every single time around. It's like, thankfully for Bucks fans, they won a title. Because it's not like the Bucks historically are going to be playing for a title every other year. The Pacers historically are not going to play for a title every other year. Like the Lakers, you're going to find your way. The Warriors have had unbelievable success. If you're a Pacers fan, there's only so many times your team is going to have a season like that. And they had that ridiculous postseason. And then they lose their star in Game 7.
Were they really going to win the NBA championship Game 7 last year?
Yeah. They were in the second quarter and leading when their best player went out. Could they have not won that game?
No, I'm just saying, were they going to win that game?
Well, will we ever know?
No, we'll never know.
I mean, losing Tyrese Halliburton on a historic playoff run, I think, impacted their ability to win.
Well, also, didn't they lose Miles Turner as well?
In that game?
No.
In the earlier in the, I don't remember.
In the offseason.
Oh yeah, he went
Hey,
to the
goes
Bucks.
to the Bucks.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't pay him.
Correct. Which is probably smart because he's older. And you knew you were already going to waste a year this year without
I
Halliburton.
didn't know they're 2-11.
2-13.
2-13.
So they're going to end up picking at the top of the draft next year.
You get Halliburton back.
Yeah, maybe that's the way they
they'll
see
just
it.
keep him out for the entire year, as they should.
Oh, 100% out for the entire year. But Oklahoma City's had a better start than Indiana.
Oh, really?
So I don't think we'll get a rematch.
You
The
think?
15-1 Thunder have been
Yeah.
better than the 2-13
Right.
Pacers. Although I do think they've actually played this year. They did in Indianapolis because we watched
It was like
on,
a double overtime
NBC
game.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it earlier this year. All right, we do have a giveaway for you. We'll do that on the other side. Not right now. We'll tell you when to call for a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration. We'll do that coming up. On the other side, the wrap will come up at 4 p.m. Then Chris Hodge from Taking Vegas will join us at 4:30. This is John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, and live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Chris Hodge will join us live coming up at 4:30. And then coming up at 6 p.m., the Sean Lewis Show right here on San Diego Sports 760. All right, we touched on this briefly earlier. Kansas City Chiefs have appeared in how many Super Bowls under Patrick Mahomes?
13.
No, it's 14, you idiot. They've appeared in a lot, right? They've won.
What is it? So I got 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. That's 5.
They've appeared in 5, 1, 3?
Yeah. So they lost to the Eagles, they lost to the Bucks, and they're 3-2 in 5 games.
Yes. They beat
the Niners twice,
the Niners
and the Eagles
twice.
once.
That's exactly what they've done. That's exactly what they've done. Anyway, the point being, they've basically dominated the league, certainly the AFC, for the better part of the last decade. And here we are on November, what's today? 20th. They're 5-5 on the outside looking in. And what's staring them down on the other side is this red hot Colts team. Now they're at home. But we've said this before. Oh, the Chiefs are going to get right. They're back at home. Yeah, they're playing a good team. And then all of a sudden, well, they don't get right. Are they going to get right? Is it just going to all click for Kansas City here in November and December? And they're going to go 6-1 in their last 7 and roll into the postseason and be right back in an AFC title game? Or is that not going to happen in 2025?
I said this the other day. I'm not going to go officially to the point that they're not going to make the postseason. As far as I'll go is they're not winning the AFC West. That's as far as I'll go right now.
Would you go as far as to say they won't appear in a Super Bowl?
No.
The Super Bowl's a lot.
No, because all I got to do is go 10-7, get in as a wild card team, and then they've shown they can do that and make the postseason. But the problem was they weren't a wild card team. They were the 4 seed, I want to say. They had at least one home playoff game
before they won 2 on the road.
And they had to go on the road then.
So then let me ask you this. If they did have to do that, even if they got hot, let's say they closed 5-2 or even 6-1, but they don't win their division and they got to go road to the Super Bowl. You think they would do that? Again, it's possible. Do you think it? Do you see it as likely? Might not be the right word. Like, would you bet on that happening if they were a 6 seed and they had won 5 of 7 or 6 of 7? Would you bet on that happening?
I wouldn't bet on it happening, but I can tell you this: if the Chiefs made the postseason as like a 7 seed,
very possible.
I would put down $100 on them to win the Super Bowl
because then you're getting the odds. You're getting the payoff.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see your point.
Like that would be a great bet.
It would. Or even to get to the Super Bowl. Win the AFC.
Yeah. Get to the AFC title game.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I would bet on the Chiefs.
Right.
Because
they've proven it.
Yeah. And if you lose, okay, you lose. Patrick Mahomes, doesn't do it again.
First time.
And you're okay with it. You're like, whatever, screw him. Right. Unless you're a Chiefs fan.
Right.
But if they do, it's like, of course I'm going to bet on Patrick Mahomes. The only times he's not come through is in 2 Super Bowls.
But again, it's already in the Super Bowl. He's won 3 Super Bowls. So he's he's proven
the 2 Super Bowls that he lost, he was awful. Every other game in the postseason, he's essentially been Patrick Mahomes, kind of with the caveat that in the first Super Bowl he played against the Niners in 2019, he was having an awful game.
He wasn't good at all in that game until late, right?
The final 6 minutes of that game. The overtime win over the Niners, he was not playing well until the fourth quarter, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then overtime, he just balled out. So yeah, if they make it as a 7 seed, I'd put $100 on Chiefs. Absolutely. To at least just go to the Super Bowl.
If the Chiefs miss the postseason or lose, let's say as a 7 seed, I'm making it up, in Buffalo or name it. What does it mean for Andy Reid? Not like his job is in jeopardy, but at what point is Andy Reid going to say, well, I've done it? I mean, I've got the Super Bowls. Do I need to keep doing this? Or do you think Andy Reid doubles down? If this is just an off year, they go 9-8, they miss out, or they go 10-7 and they lose in the first round of the playoffs. I think he's 68 years old.
I don't know what it would do for Andy Reid, but if you're Andy Reid, how could you just leave Patrick Mahomes?
And he's close to being the winningest head coach ever, isn't he?
Yeah. Now, Kelsey's got 1 year left on his deal, or is this the final year?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. But also, if you're Kelsey, I mean, do you need to keep doing this? Wasn't that the conversation last offseason with Travis Kelsey? Like, do you need to be playing? What's he done this year? 50 catches in 10 games, 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been productive. But yeah, he is signed through. I don't know. I can't find it right in front of me. But that's an interesting point, too. Like, what does this team look like without Travis Kelsey?
Probably fine. Maybe even better because they can use that money to go out and spend somewhere else, and they can probably draft a tight end that does the same things that Kelsey does. Maybe just has to learn how to play with Mahomes,
right?
Because they got three dudes on that team that have led the way since 2019: Chris Jones, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, Andy Reid.
And as long as those 3 guys are healthy, and Andy Reid,
he's been a big part of it,
and Spagnuolo.
Yep.
So like those 5 guys, as long as those 3 players are healthy. And you got those 2 coaches.
Run it.
You got you run that till the wheels fall off.
Yeah,
dude.
I agree with that. No, I do. What were you saying, Brent?
I was gonna say there's only one thing left for Andy Reid to do: go and become the head coach of North Carolina.
Yes,
that's perfect. I'm curious. The winningest coaches in NFL history in terms of career wins, is it Don Shula? Is it Bill Belichick? I think it's Don Shula, and I'm looking it up right now. The reason I ask that is Andy Reid going to hold on to become the winningest coach in NFL history? And the answer might be yes. He has 306 career wins, including the postseason. The most in NFL history is Don Shula with 347. He is not far off.
He's trying for that.
He's 41 off. He's 29. No, I'm not doing the math right. He's 27 wins behind Bill Belichick. So, again, to your point, why are you going anywhere? You're going to fall out of bed winning 10 games.
Yeah. I think you just go until the wheels fall off. When you have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, you don't say goodbye to that unless you just want to say goodbye.
Which doesn't seem to be who Andy Reid is. He's been coaching for forever.
Yeah. And if you're the Hunt family, you're
like
probably not looking for a head coach. You don't want to be looking for a head coach. Same thing, Spagnuolo, he's been there forever. Their defense is still really good. And like we said a couple days ago, we were talking about the Chiefs. Now they're 5-5. Take away their record.
Yep. They've had better.
They are a better team statistically this year than they were last year.
It is interesting.
And last year they were 11-0 in 1-score games, and this year they're 0-5 so far. But they're a better team statistically than last year.
So maybe there are more reasons then to bet on them in the second half.
Scoring more points than last year. Their defense is better than last year. Mahomes has been better than last year. Kelsey's been better than last year.
So you kind of bet on them, like figuring it out then in the second half of the year.
If they do figure it out, how could you not bet on them? Is what I'm
saying. It's a good point, because last year with worse statistics, they ended up playing for a Super Bowl.
Right.
Last year against Philadelphia. I mean, you look at the year that Mahomes has had. It's good. It's a good year. Over 2,600 yards, 18 touchdowns, 6 picks. Patrick Mahomes, by the way, now 30 years old. And has his 3. He's already appeared in 5.
You know what's crazy? Is he's 30. He's got, 10 years left?
That's what I was going to say, 10, 12.
10, 11, 12?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
That's insane.
That's the scary part of it. And that's where people go down the path of, could he win? 6, 7? I mean, there's 6, 7. There's a long way to go to get to 6, 7, by the way.
6, 7
for Patrick Mahomes.
I hate you. I hate you.
6, 7. Somewhere in that range.
Speaking of 6, 7, there's this guy that has entered the algorithm of my TikTok.
Okay.
And his entire TikTok is him just doing
6, 7,
saying 6, 7, and seeing how fast he could say it. It's like I can't stop watching him.
Do you know my new theory? I won't watch Reels.
Why?
I think it's bad for your mental health. I think it's really bad for your mental health.
100%.
Go on. Is that why there's been articles about it being awful for your mental health? And like, I haven't opened the TikTok app in like a year. The only reason I had it was because of John and Jim. But I'm like, is anything good coming out of these Reels?
People actually like make money.
No, that's good.
Like,
but
Reels.
Is anything good consuming them? By and large.
Sometimes.
I mean, but
there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there that's just like really not good for you.
Right. There's some, I agree.
But I think I mean, some people use it as like their actual business.
Correct.
Here's the guy. Hold on. This is the guy.
5.
He just does this like
Is this Cat surviving on just 6'7" stuff?
Yeah.
And he's probably getting like millions of views.
Oh, this one has 14.9 million views.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre stuff.
He goes, "This is the world's fastest 6'7", but I realize I should get a job."
Maybe not. He's probably making a lot of money doing what he's doing. All right, we'll get to the wrap on the other side. Chris Hodge will join us coming up at 4:30 with some free picks for our listeners. Hour 3, John and Jim coming up next.
All right, this update is brought to you by Macy's Backstage. We'll start with the Aztecs. They take on San Jose State for senior night Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. 7:30 kickoff time. 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their 2026 regular season schedule this morning. They'll open up their 2026 year at home against Montreal on February 21st. Other notable games on their schedule: they'll take on Philadelphia Union at home September 13th, followed by a trip to Miami to take on Messi Sunday, September 20th. And tonight at 6 p.m., the Sean Lewis Coaches Show with Rich, John, and Coach Lewis as the guys get you ready for Saturday night. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25 with new arrivals every day. You never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
Getting you all set for that drive home. Let's just start the show. Here's John and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? Hour 3. John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. You know what we never gave away?
Tickets.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
To
When
what?
do you want to do it, Brent?
It's okay. We have plenty of time.
We have 2 hours. All right, so if you've been sitting in your car in your driveway,
If we had a 5-hour show, we'd have 3 hours.
if you've been in your driveway waiting for the family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration, keep waiting.
Just stay
Because
there.
we're not going to give them away right this moment, but we are going to give them away. By the way, I would envision this Christmas celebration at SeaWorld, which starts before Thanksgiving, to be very Christmassy.
Probably. That's
They
the,
have
that's the
to,
whole
right?
bit. That's the whole bit. And you're selling that Christmas is soon.
Christmas,
Yeah.
trees.
You don't think the Easter Bunny is going to be there?
No, this isn't going to be Thanksgiving themed. It's a Christmas celebration.
Now, isn't Disneyland, don't they set up their Christmas holiday like
August 1st.
no. I mean, like, I think it happens after Thanksgiving because I think they have a Halloween theme at Disneyland.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if they have a Thanksgiving theme there.
Maybe.
Or
It's
they-
very
Or
possible.
they take the month of November to decorate
ready.
for Christmas.
That's a good point.
Disneyland's Christmas 2025 season runs from November 14th, so it just started last week through January 7th.
You know, it's like pumpkin season with this pumpkin spice. They keep stretching it out.
Yeah, I know.
Starts earlier.
It will start sometime in like September.
Pumpkin spice
No.
or Christmas.
Christmas.
Pumpkin spice probably starts right now in September, I would guess.
just think, eventually it'll never end.
It'll just be year round.
And look, here's the thing. I'm not hating on Christmas. I adore Christmas. I
He adores
love Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
At Christmas time.
You're pro Christmas,
But as Brent said, at Christmas time.
right?
Once we get to next Friday, I'm in full Christmas mode.
Sure.
Full Christmas
Black
mode.
Friday,
Full Christmas
start
mode.
shopping.
Let's put up the tree. Let's put up the lights. Let's put up the snowman. Let's do it. All of it. I want the house to look like Christmas threw up everywhere. But not until after Thanksgiving.
Are you a Black Friday shopper because you see like, hey, here are the deals. Let me take advantage of them.
I can be. Also, the thing about Black Friday,
Yeah.
it's not even just one day anymore. It's like
Right,
Black Friday
Saturday, Sunday,
deals have
Monday.
started already, and it's like Monday.
Cyber Monday also
Yeah.
on the other side of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they do not only Cyber Monday, but they do the online deals on Black Friday too. So
100%.
the days of getting trampled trying to get an Elmo or something are pretty much over,
Yeah, definitely.
which is good.
yeah, probably true.
And the fact that like TVs are going down to like $300, it's like, bro, everybody has a flat screen TV now.
I mean, the TV deals are ridiculous, but it's a good point. Like, do I need a 99-inch television for $149? Like, how large can you make the television and how low of a price can you offer it for? Because there are some ridiculous deals
There are.
on electronics.
But I think it's like, dude, everyone has a TV now.
Everyone has it.
Why? It's like
everyone.
It's like I bet you if you go to Best Buy during the next week or so, they'll probably tell you like, yeah, we have so many TVs in inventory, we can't get rid of them all.
Yeah, I feel like because how is it that every Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's all these amazing TV deals and everyone's buying a TV? Are people buying new TVs every year?
Dude, I only bought a new TV because my old TV broke.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not the guy to have a pretty good TV and be like, got to go better right now. My TV's good, but I got to get to great.
Because I had a TV that I got in like 2016. and it broke just last year or this previous year, like in January. And I finally bought a new TV. So that TV lasted me 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
8 years before I bought a new TV. Now I upgraded and I got a bigger TV. Before I had like a 55 inch and then I bumped it up to like 70.
Did you?
Yeah. I said, screw it.
Wow. I don't have a 70-inch TV.
And I went the Roku route. By the way, Roku
That was the
TVs, they're so good. Roku's built in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah. That's the way to go.
But I'm not like going out and looking to buy another TV this Black Friday.
That's kind of my point. By the way, someone called you out on our YouTube chat.
What shocker?
Real Doan. I thought maybe Dan, but Real Doan. Jim is the king of a decent take wrapped in nonsense. Tatis doesn't make $30 million a year. It's kind of funny. Tatis doesn't make $30 million a year. His AAV is under 25. He makes less than Dansby Swanson, who's a dud offensively. Let me guess. Now glove matters. What is his AAV? It's an interesting point because he's 14 years, 340.
Mm-hmm.
So his AAV probably is, 25, 24.
Yeah.
Now his salary is going to go up. To your point, his salary will be more than that.
So Fernando Tatis Jr. this year,
what do you make?
This past
15?
Year, where is it? Dang it.
His salary was reasonable this past year.
Where is, here we go, Sportico. All right, I got it.
Mhm.
So Fernando Tatis Jr. this past year made $20 million.
Yeah.
20.7.
Yep.
All right. Next year, he'll make 20.7.
Mhm.
All right.
Next year being this upcoming. Okay.
Sorry, 2026. Yeah.
Yep.
Then his salary jumps to $25 million per year.
Okay.
Yes, his luxury tax number is 24 for the remainder of the contract.
Okay.
All right. But he will be paid $36 million from 2029 to 2034.
Okay.
Starting in 2029.
You got 3 more seasons when it's still under that number. But yeah, your point's valid. He makes a lot of money.
So
He makes a lot of money.
if you want to deal in some, who's this guy?
Real Doan.
Yeah, if you want to deal in semantics, Real Doan,
Real Doan.
then go be my guest. But the fact of the matter still remains that this dude will eventually be a $36 million a year player, even though his AAV, or at least his luxury tax number that counts for the team, is in the 20s. But that still doesn't mean he's not a $30 million player because he's getting paid by the team $36 million starting in 2029.
And he said that Dansby's a dud offensively compared. Tatis had 25 home runs. Swanson had 24, and Swanson had 77 RBIs.
What was his OPS?
Tatis only had 71. His OPS was 105. Oh, that's OPS plus. 717.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so his OPS was awful.
Tatis had a much better year than that.
Yeah, but still, like production-wise, like his power numbers.
I mean, we can't be arguing this seriously, though. Like, Tatis just has to be more impactful on offense. I don't care what he's making. I really don't. He has to be more impactful on offense.
Yeah. Why are people arguing this? Why are people like accepting this?
Like, Real Doan, did you expect Tatis when they signed him to be Dansby Swanson? We're like, man, if we can get a Dansby Swanson out of this, we're golden.
This is nothing. Like, I like Tatis a lot, but he is not the same player.
No,
he is not the player that we were promised.
Right.
Not the prince that we were promised. He is not that guy. And it's like, I am going into seasons hoping to see that guy. And you saw him for the first month and a half.
Yep.
And then he just disappeared. Now, if you want to say because he got hit in the forearm, that's the reason why. Well, okay.
Then every year there's going to be an excuse. He's going to get hit in the forearm again.
Then I would start talking about, which is a valid argument and a valid discussion. Well, then the guy never stays healthy. And I know it wasn't his fault. Okay. But still fact, the dude can never stay healthy. He's always dealing with something. Until
again this year. But you're right. If you're going to excuse away some of his performance because of an injury. What about this from Mr. Belinsky, who says the crime is Machado? Oh. He held a dying man for ransom, threatening to opt out before the season started.
Oh.
$40 million a year for the last 6 years is unreal. They should have called his bluff, let him walk. I mean, I don't know if you really could have let Machado walk. Is it going to be a bad ending to that deal? Yeah, I mean, everyone said it in real time. But could you have let Manny Machado walk a couple of years ago and felt good about your chances to be the team you want to be. I mean, he helps you get where you want to go. He doesn't finish the job. But without Manny Machado, like your paths to 90-win seasons are way more limited.
I'm very critical of Manny Machado when it comes to postseason time. Regular season, I mean, yes, there are times that you can be critical of Manny Machado, but for the most part, he does post offensively. Like if you look at his numbers in a Padres uniform, they are pretty consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a good point. He is a pretty consistent offensive player in the regular season.
Look, there are things about Manny Machado that I definitely don't like, but there's no denying that Manny Machado, without him, this Padres team is not where they're at. Like he helps them get to the postseason. The problem is
where he doesn't help.
Yeah, the problem is when they get to the postseason, he completely disappears.
Yeah,
and that is my take on Manny Machado. Is like you got to do it in the postseason, my guy. And Fernando, it's like kind of a little bit of the opposite. Even though you had a bad postseason against the Cubs this year, Fernando's not been able to do it in the regular season.
He has been good in the postseason.
But he has been good majority of the time in the postseason.
And Jim, I'll give him these 3 games. It hurts because it hurt. Like they needed him. I'll give him these 3 games if he can rebound from it the next time he's in it, because I do think he's at least deserving of that based on, let's say, his other 10 or 12 postseason games or whatever the number is. It's not a huge number. But even with these 3 games, and I don't have his postseason numbers in front of me, his postseason numbers are good, right? Like Fernando Tatis Jr.'s postseason numbers are good. So we can't hammer him, in my opinion. Can't hammer him for it. It was bad.
Dude, it was a really bad games 1 and 3.
Did he do anything in game 2?
He did a lot in game 2. Him, Arise, and Machado were the reasons why they won game 2.
I don't even remember, because I remember so much game 1 and game 3.
Yeah, game 3 especially.
Yeah.
And that's where the point of that AJ and especially Craig Stammen are making is like, you can't give up at bats. You got to go out there and lock in. And I'm not saying that you're being lazy, but you gotta lock in here. And he just didn't do that a lot this past year.
Hold on. Can you agree or disagree? Is his lifetime numbers now in 16 games, 317
in postseason?
Yes, 414 on base, 700 slug, 1114 OPS. In 16 games, he has 12 RBIs and 6 home runs.
Yeah,
and this postseason, he was two for 12.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, excuse me, he was 1 for 12. He was 1 for 12.
That's not good. Game 2 is only hit.
But don't you agree that he should get less of the responsibility than Manny in the postseason?
Depends on what happens in the postseason.
No, I mean, to this point, as we sit here right now.
Yeah, when the postseason ended, the first person I was looking at on that offense, even though he hit that big home run in game 2, so you're kind of also doing a little bit of like,
right.
He if you wouldn't have gotten to game 3 without Manny Machado, but then when you're in game 3, you need Manny Machado, and he disappeared along with everybody else though. So it wasn't just all on Manny.
I agree,
but I am looking at Manny first, and then I'm looking at Tatis, and then I'm looking at the rest of that lineup. So yeah, I mean,
all right, let's get to the wrap on the other side. Chris Hodge taking Vegas. He will join us at 4:30. John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760, live on the iHeartRadio app. All right, hey guys, it is John and Jim again for the all-new Jamul Casino Resort, the Players Place. Make sure to get there this winter. Now open, the hotel and spa at Jamul Casino Resort. It's the next level of luxury. You can treat yourself. Stunning new stay, rooftop relaxation, indulgent spa treatments, all the thrills of Jamul Casino Resort, now all in one unforgettable destination.
Yeah, and savor San Diego's ultimate endless dining experience at Jamul 23. From their world famous lobster brunch served every morning to the luxurious VIP endless dining experience each evening. Indulge in chef created specialties from fresh seafood, prime cuts, and decadent desserts, all with stunning panoramic views.
Make sure to check out this brand new spa at Jamul, where you can unwind in style, experience pure relaxation with, again, indulgent treatments, serene spaces, a retreat designed to refresh your body and mind. Only at Jamul Casino Resort, the Players Place. All right, San Diego Sports 760 congratulates our $5,000 winners in iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. There's still time for you to nominate a public school teacher making a difference, and maybe they'll be one of our next winners of $5,000 to make over their classroom. Help us say thank you to the educators shaping our future. Nominate your favorite teacher now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
We've buried the lead, John.
Is the lead the rap?
No, the lead's not the rap. Oh, hold on.
What's the lead?
The Padres have made a move.
Yeah, I saw that. Minor league player.
Padres signed infielder Pablo Reyes to a minor league deal. John, he's 32 years old. He's appeared in 259 games, has 606 plate appearances. He's produced a 245, 305, 242 slash line, and he's stolen 14 bases.
Yawn.
Reyes can fill multiple positions, John. He has at least 150 innings at 3 infield positions to the left of first base, as well as each of the outfield corners.
They're trying to replace Tyler Wade?
Maybe.
Yeah. This sounds like a minor league invite to me. You know what I mean?
You don't think he's going to be battling for a roster spot along with Will Wagner and Mason McCoy?
Do you think he supplants Manny at third?
You just give him the job?
That should be our take. That's the lead tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should Manny be worried because Pablo Reyes has played third?
Probably.
Like, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I whatever, right?
Who cares?
Yeah. This past year with the Yankees, 31 at bats.
That's great.
Had 6 hits, hit 194. Yeah. Just one of those moves that they're going to make over the course of a long offseason. There'll be a number of them. But yeah, nothing to really concern ourselves with. Do we have time for the wrap right here? Let's do it.
It's time for the wrap. Presented by Sombrero Mexican Food. Check out their website at sombreromex.com.
Do you guys take OKC or the field to win the NBA Finals?
I would take the field.
I'm sending that to Shay.
So good.
That soundbite's going right to Chet.
That's great.
We're going to be playing that on repeat at the whatever center. Paycom.
Paycom.
I don't even know who this is.
Do it. I don't care.
OKC Arena now. Paycom Center. You're going to hear that on the concourse tonight.
I hate watching Shea play. I saw a clip of him the other night.
Hate's a strong word.
It's a word that I'll use in this situation. I saw a clip of him. I think they're playing the Kings.
Yeah.
And defender is moving with him. Shea drives down and like runs into the defender,
Okay.
throws it up, and he gets to go to the foul line. I'm like, this isn't basketball, dude. Like, you are just running into guys to draw fouls. The style of play that play that he has and the way he plays the game, you know, I'm talking about Steph ruining basketball. What Shea's doing is ruining basketball because all these kids think that they can go out there and play like Shea, and playing like Shea is the worst form of basketball known to man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because here are players this year attempting more free throws per game than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
And all of them do the same thing. And
Luka,
okay.
the most gifted offensive player since Steph Curry.
Luka does the same thing.
Giannis
is just physically gifted.
Austin Reeves is attempting more free throws per game.
He is an ultimate foul grifter.
Paolo.
Bonchero?
Pablo Reyes, the infielder.
He's also like a power forward. So
I'm just saying that it's not like I agree with what you're saying to some extent. Okay. But it's not like he averages 20 free throw attempts a game and the next guy's averaging 10.
No, but what it is it's a systemic issue in the NBA with guys like Austin Reeves and Luka.
Harden
and
is
Shea
up there.
And Harden.
Butler's 8th in free throws per
Butler's
game.
the same thing.
Jimmy Butler's 8th in
he
free
gets
throws per game.
I will admit, even though he's on the Warriors, he gets a very generous whistle.
Yeah,
But-
he's averaging 8 free throw attempts per game.
Yeah. So Shea just doesn't do it for me.
Well, he's done it for the Thunder.
I mean, he might go down as one of the best players of all time if he wins a couple more rings and a couple more MVPs, right? I'm telling you, he'll be one of the most forgotten about players because of the way he plays.
Wow.
Just
You hear that, Oklahoma?
I don't care.
On the iHeart app, you can get this in all 50 states. Unbelievable. Anyway, next question.
Is Monday a must-win game for Aztecs basketball?
Hard to say it's a must-win game when they're facing the number 7 team in the country in Michigan.
Right.
I was going to say the Troy game's a must-win game.
Yeah, we didn't even say. I don't even know if we asked that day.
Is that our fault?
Probably. So you say no?
Yeah, I say no. What do you say?
I say no. You'd love to get it, but no. It's a long year, and you're going to have to get some along the way. You'd love to get it, but I would not consider it a must-win game against Michigan. Next question.
Who's going to win tonight's Thursday night football showdown?
Showdown indeed.
The Bills.
Bills.
Do you know who the Bills play?
Texans.
Oh, you remembered. Good.
Next question.
Is Monday a must-win game for the San Diego FC?
What?
Yes, it's a must-win game for SDFC because if they lose, they're not playing anymore, John.
So it's a win or go. It is a must-win. Western Conference semifinals. You can hear it on Jammin' 95.7, 7 p.m. It'll get underway 6:30. The pregame coverage. I'd call that must-win. Gotta win that one. Just score one more goal.
Or go to PKs and
No, you don't want to go to PKs, dude.
no, I'm just kidding. You don't want to go.
How nerve-wracking would that be?
That'd be very nerve-wracking.
That's so nerve-wracking. Season on the line PKs?
I know.
Now, at least in game 2 with Portland, it wasn't season on the line PKs because they were up a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's way more nerve-wracking season on the line. I don't want to deal with that.
No one wants to deal with that. You want to win in regulation.
Yeah.
You want to win like 4-0. like you did in
That would
game
be the
3.
best. Yeah, win going away, score early, score often.
If it's like a 2-1 game in like the 75th minute, whoa.
Well, 2-1, you're up. Are you signing up for that right now? I'm signing up for that.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah.
But that's when
But
like
it's also hair
you
raising.
get really tight.
What if it's 1-1 in the 75th minute? That's where it's like everything is
Yeah. But
more nerve-wracking.
if it's 1-1, you have an opportunity to take a lead and not, go to PKs. If it's 2-1, you don't want to get that tie. So then you go to PKs. You get my sense?
Right. Yeah, I do. That's a really good breakdown. All right, Chris
Nice.
Hodge taking Vegas. You should. Hey, have you applied for World Cup commentator jobs next summer on Fox? All right, Chris Hodge on the other side, takingvegas.com. Free picks for our listeners. Will get us ready for Thursday Night Football. It's John and Jim.
All right, this update's brought to you by Macy's Backstage. Aztecs take on San Jose State Saturday night at Snapdragon Stadium. It's senior night, 7:30 kickoff time, 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their regular season schedule earlier this morning. They'll open up their season on Saturday, February 21st at home against Montreal. And tonight at 6 p.m. is the Sean Lewis Coaches Show with John Rich and Coach Lewis getting you ready for Saturday night. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Great time of year, approaching Thanksgiving, football, full swing. Chris Hodge back with us. John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. Of course, you hear him every weekend right here on 760. He's been with us for years. He's been terrific for our listeners this year. 18-11 with his free plays on the station this year and with the text picks as well. So let's get into it. Big weekend once again in the NFL. We'll get it underway tonight, Chris, with Bills and Texans. So first of all, thanks for hopping on again. Secondly, what do you want our listeners to know about getting tonight's game for free?
Yeah, I mean, same thing as always, and same thing we did last week. You know, I send you guys the play that we used for free. Last week we hit the under in the Jets-Pats game. So now we got Bills-Texans. There's a bunch of stuff with injuries going on in this game. Tough Thursday night matchup in the AFC. So if you text the word win to the number 545454, the pick comes back to you automatically for free. You don't have to talk to anyone. This is the simplest structure there could possibly be. And we really like this game tonight. Next Thursday, obviously, we have Thanksgiving. So this is the last Thursday going into that, where we'll have multiple plays next week. So just text the word win to the number 545454, and this pick gets sent to you absolutely free.
All right, love it. Let's get to the college game this weekend. USC and Oregon, a Big Ten matchup. What do you got in this one, Chris?
That doesn't sound right,
It
right?
doesn't.
Like,
no, it sounds really weird.
It doesn't sound right. And, you know, it's an elimination game for all intents and purposes, right? Like, you know, USC has 2 losses. If they lose this game, they're out. They're not going to put them in with 3 losses. Oregon has 1 loss. If they lose to USC, they lose the head-to-head, although you never know with the CFP because, you know, they got Notre Dame ranked above Miami, and Miami beat them head-to-head, so you don't know what those suits are doing. But that being said about this game, you know, USC's got to find a way to win a big game here at some point, especially on the road. They haven't played well on the road this season. Yes, they won at Nebraska in their last road game, but they weren't impressive in that game. They lose at Notre Dame, and they lost at Illinois, who, quite frankly, they should have beat. They haven't won at Oregon since 2011, which that seems like forever, especially if you're a Trojan fan. So the thing with this game is, and this is what it's going to come down to, is USC going to be able to run the football? That's what it's going to come down to. If they can run the football, they'll be able to stay in this game in terms of the point spread and have an opportunity to win it. I do think the point spread is a little too high, especially with both offenses struggling and especially with so much on the line in this game. I think Oregon is going to win the football game. I just don't think they're going to do it by 10 points. They're laying 9.5. I think it's a closely contested game. I'm thinking 27-24, somewhere in that area. And I'm going to take USC plus the points. I think it's going to be a great football game. Game day is there. That always seems to be interesting, especially recently with the game day games. So I think USC stays in the game with their running game, but ultimately I think Oregon's going to win the game, just not cover it.
All right, so the play there is SC plus the points. Chris Hodge with us right now. If you want tonight, Bills-Texans, getting the weekend underway, a week out from Thanksgiving. Bills-Texans Thursday Night Football, you can get it for free. Just text the word WIN, W-I-N, to 545454. That's WIN to 545454. Switching gears back to the NFL, great rivalry in the NFC East, in Big D. Eagles and Cowboys coming up Sunday afternoon. What's your play there?
You know, so before I get to this is a tough game. What's your guys' take on Jalen Hurts? How do you feel about him as a quarterback?
Well, I mean, he's
a product.
winner.
He's a product of the pieces around him.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Okay, so and that's a lot of quarterbacks can say that, right? So
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Like, this kid has 16 touchdown passes and 1 interception this year. His quarterback rating is, I think, top 5 in the league. So we know he's not a great downfield thrower, but a lot of them are not, right? And it just seems that every time this kid does anything that's not perfect, and I'm not personally a Jalen Hurts fan. Like, I don't know the kid. I respect him from afar, but I'm like, what has this kid done wrong? And it just seems like there's always noise around him. And I think that's a distraction. That's why I asked the question. You know, you got A.J. Brown, who's a malcontent. I mean, these guys just won a Super Bowl last year, and it's no good. They're 8-2. That's no good. A couple years ago, before they won a Super Bowl, they're 10-1. That was no good. There's always something around the Eagles. Now, the thing about Dak Prescott, if you look at him at home against NFC East teams, I believe his record is 23-2. Like, that's an insane record against his division at home. Dallas got some reinforcements on defense, and it showed, but that was against Las Vegas. Now, here's another thing about this game. They played on Monday night. this Monday night thing this year is unlike anything I've ever seen. The teams that have played on Monday night this year have struggled mightily the week after. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen it like this in a long time, but they have struggled in a bad way. So they're coming off the Monday night game. They are getting points at home. I still think Philadelphia just finds a way to win the game. Even with everything going around them, they're a battle-tested team. They played a tough schedule this year. They're -3. I think Jalen Hurts makes enough plays down the stretch, and I think they're going to win the game by 7. So I'm going to take the point. I'm going to lay the points and take the Eagles.
Well, you know, Eagles fans, Chris, they're never satisfied with anything.
They're very level-headed.
There's one of them on this show, right? That's
my wife. Yeah. So I know very well how Eagles fans are, which I even asked her this past week. Ironically, I go, if the Eagles won out every single game, hypothetically speaking, they won the Super Bowl, but they won every game 3-0. Would you be satisfied with that? And her first answer was, well, I mean, I wouldn't be happy how they played, but I'd be happy they won. I'm like, okay, there we go.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, so you won the Super Bowl last year and you're 8-2 to start this year and it's no good. And you have a quarterback that is 16 touchdowns and 1 interception. Just go talk to the New York Jets and the New York Giants because they would sign up for a quarterback that has 16 touchdowns and 1 interception.
Yeah. If they don't win games 40-10, then they're not satisfied. All right, so let's talk about the upcoming football week with Thanksgiving, on deck next week. What are you going to offer, for our fans as the big holidays are around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to take care of people this week. And look, sometimes I hate saying this because it's not the right thing to say because I'm supposed to win every week. That's our job. And even though we know that's impossible, but there are certain weeks that are just more important to win than others. That's a fact. Thanksgiving week is one of those weeks. Christmas week is one of those weeks because, it's expensive right now to live, especially in this country. Lots of people are struggling. And, I'd rather win Thanksgiving week than win the week of October 10th, right? But I want to try to win every week. So that being said, we always offer a really special deal for this. Anyone who texts the word win to the number 54545, you get to pick tonight, and then you're going to get a really great offer for the next 7 days if you want to take us up on it. We always guarantee profit or we give you an extra 7 days for free. But this is a tough week for people, especially with multiple football games and college basketball coming obviously into the fold. And there's a lot of college basketball tournaments going on right now. So you got the stuff going on in Maui and all over the country. So tough week to win. So we always try to make it as cheap as possible for people to come in and get the information that we have.
I love that. So again, if you want more than just tonight, you can text the word win to 545454. That's win to 545454. Earlier this year, Chris, we were asking you about the podcast, Bet Big, Talk Loud. How's that been going as we head into the second half of the regular season in the NFL here?
Yeah, hopefully one of you guys would like to come on maybe early December. We got, I don't know if you guys remember the show from the 90s. It was called Parker Lewis Can't Lose. We got Corin Nemec coming on tomorrow. He's been in a bunch of movies lately. And, it coincides with girlsthatgamble.live, another website we're helping out with. But, the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast, we just reached our 1,000th download.
Nice.
So it's getting there. And, we keep having people come on. Yeah, I'm not going to say A-list celebrities, but they've been celebrities, and they love what we're trying to do in terms of trying to give a good message in terms of gambling and also speak about sports and current events that are going on and keep it interesting. So myself and JR, we do that podcast, and so go check it out, the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. And tomorrow, like I said, we'll have Corin Nemec coming on. And I don't know if you guys remember the show Married with Children.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bud Bundy, David Faustino. I believe he's coming on December 12th. So we got some celebrities lined up that are going into sports wagering and that are excited to do it. And as long as they preach that do it the right way, man, I'm a fan. And we try to make it interesting.
Wait until John and Jim are on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about D-list celebrities.
I tried to come on when you guys were playing the Yankees, but I guess it was too late at night, And by the way, my boy did win the MVP, so we got to give me some props for that.
No
right?
doubt. That's right. You did call that.
You did, yeah. You did.
I did call that, but that was more of a homer-based thing.
That still counts.
Yeah,
it still counts.
It's okay.
All right. Now, listen, we'd love to take you up. We'd love to join you at some point. Bet Big, Talk Loud for our listeners. Make sure to check it out. Again, if you want tonight, Bills and Texans, plus the offer for more heading into Thanksgiving week with football, college basketball. You can just text the word WIN, WIN. You're going to get a free text pick if you text the word WIN to 545454. Chris, appreciate you, man. Happy holidays. We got to figure out next week with next Thursday
Yeah,
being Thanksgiving.
I don't know if I have Monday scheduled with you guys. If I do not, thank you so much for always being cordial to me. Obviously, San Diego, you guys, I love having the customers from there. I hope they find the interview interesting. I try to do it to the best of my ability, and I want to wish everyone a happy and healthy Thanksgiving if I'm not on Monday. And if I'm not on Monday, I'll catch you guys after Thanksgiving, and everyone enjoy the holiday.
Happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
Our
Chris.
listeners appreciate you. Again, you've been terrific with your text plays, with the free plays on the radio throughout the course of the last handful of years. So thank you, Chris. Enjoy the holiday. We'll catch you up soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Great stuff from Chris Hodge, Sports Investors Daily. You can hear him this weekend on San Diego Sports 760 from 8 to 9 a.m. Now, I promise, hold me to it, Brent, Jim, whomever.
What did you promise?
On the other side, a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration. We will give that away, a 4-pack of tickets on the other side of this break.
You're a liar, just like Drake May.
I promise we will give those away on the other side here until 6 p.m. Sean Lewis Show coming up at 6 p.m. right here on San Diego Sports 760. All right, hey guys, it is Schaefer again, and there's no better time than right now to get down to your local Toyota dealer. New vehicles arriving every day, including the most popular cars and trucks and SUVs. So whatever kind of vehicle you're looking for, they've got you covered. Hurry into your Toyota dealer today. It's a great time to get into a new Toyota truck. It really is. They've got the largest inventory, Tacomas and Tundras ready to roll. The Tacoma, of course, known for its legendary toughness, off-road capability, everyday efficiency, perfect for weekend adventures or just tackling your to-do list. And the Tundra brings serious power, impressive towing capacity, and bold design, plus the latest tech and comfort features. Whether you need a truck that's built for the trails or built for work or built for your family's next adventure, Toyota does have you covered this winter. Again, get your Toyota dealer. New vehicles arriving daily, including their most popular cars and trucks and SUVs. Toyota's got you covered. We make it easy. See your Toyota dealer today. All right, we promised to give away a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration coming up in about 10 minutes or so. So be listening for that. We'll give that away in the next 10 minutes or so. If you missed what Craig Stammen had to say about Fernando Tatis Jr., and he said a lot. Well, not really. But if you missed what he had to say about Fernando Tatis Jr., you'll hear that coming up in about 15 minutes at 5 p.m. So John and Jim with you until 6. Sean Lewis show coming up at 6 p.m. I've already spoken with the head coach of the Aztecs.
What did he say?
Well, listen at 6 for the entirety of it. But some of the big takeaways are injuries are a part of the game, and now they have to overcome being without their offensive playmaker, Jordan Napier.
Okay.
So they'll be positioned to do that. They'll have a week of preparation. They knew that Jordan was going to be out. This isn't a surprise now. Even if he didn't have to have surgery, he wasn't playing this weekend. He was going to miss time, but now he's having surgery on his knee. He took a low hit. Sean Lewis had interesting comments in the UT today, saying that one of the unintended consequences of the targeting rule is that defenders are taught to go low when in fact the offensive player would prefer they go high. Because when a player goes low, the impact of the injury can be season ending. Knees, ankles, legs, broken bones,
head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
But when a player goes high, yeah, I mean, nobody's looking for a concussion, but oftentimes a concussion or something that's higher isn't going to result in a season ending injury. Kind of interesting when you look at it like that.
Yeah, the head is the most important part.
Again, the data suggests you can't take constant headshots.
But would you also argue that your head area is way more protected than your ankles, legs, and knees
and toes, like you said?
Yeah.
It's a weird conversation because
I would say yes, even though the head can get injured very easily.
The point is, where's a defender supposed to hit? If you can't hit shoulder up because it's risky,
right in the chest, John.
But of course, when you're told all week, you're a defender told all week, you have to tackle Jordan Napier in space. You have to get him down. So a play develops where the defender's basically doing what he's supposed to do. It's just football is the point.
If I was Jaden Deniglaw, I'm sure he feels awful about what happened.
In talking with Sean, I don't think I think it's more football than Jaden. Because the way Sean is going to say it at 6 p.m. is Jaden's throwing that ball out of bounds. The play was blown up, throw it out of bounds, get it towards the receiver. And the defender is taught, ball's going that way, get downhill.
Because it easily could have been a pick six, I feel like, if the defender was just watching the football.
Maybe. We'd have to watch it back. We'd have to watch it back to see how high that ball was thrown. But it's just like football is going to football. Like over the course of a year, you're going to have plays that are going to involve contact. I know, and it's unfortunate because I mean he had put together a really terrific.
He was
year.
on pace to potentially have 1,000 yard season.
That's a big season here.
Yeah,
really big season, and now it's like maybe double down in that run game, have some younger players emerge. Jaden's been banged up all year. I mean, that's not a secret. Sean Lewis has said that.
Yeah, he's wearing braces on his non-throwing shoulder like every game.
So that's. Again, there's just a lot of factors at play that people don't necessarily see because all you see is the end result on Saturdays. And the end result's 8 wins and 2 losses. That's where they are. So now it's on to San Jose State, a team that has nothing to lose. They're 3-7. If the Aztecs win the game, they'll be in control of hosting a championship game with 1 to play. That's what will happen.
They'll be on the road against New Mexico
on a short week.
Yep,
on the road, short week, day game from night game the week before.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving.
Your week next week, bro.
Dude, my week is insane. Now you're traveling next week. You're off next week.
Yes, I'm traveling next week.
So you'll be off next week. I'm going to Vegas Sunday with Kristen and Jones.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? I don't know. Something Sunday. Then Monday, I'm going to do some of the show followed by Jonathan Rifkin, John and John.
Oh,
like that?
Yeah.
So I'll do the show for 2 hours from 2 to 4. He'll do 4 to 6. And then I will go to the arena for San Diego State basketball Monday and Tuesday nights. Then Wednesday, we don't even know what time San Diego State basketball plays. It could be as late as Thursday. I've got a flight out Wednesday night to San Diego to then charter to Albuquerque Thursday. But now I've seen the game times potentially for Wednesday, and I don't even know if I can make a flight Wednesday night.
Dude. That's
It's insane. And then Albuquerque Friday.
And it's Thanksgiving travel.
I hadn't even thought about that. Why? Why would people be traveling for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. That Wednesday is the worst travel day of the year. You know that, right? Like, I'm not doing this to like making.
Why is it a bad travel day?
It is historically known as the worst travel day of the year.
So do you think it's a good idea to be on the last flight out on the worst travel day of the year? Like, you think everything will be smooth? Like, all the planes will be operating all day perfectly, so I'll be on time for that last flight out?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
That sounds like a good idea, right?
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I need to get from Las Vegas to Albuquerque if I can't get from Las Vegas to San Diego to Albuquerque. And I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Rent a car.
It's not close. Like, it's not far, but it's not close. Let's see how far that drive is. Okay. This drive, 8 hours and 52 minutes.
Not that bad. It looks like a straight shot.
Yeah, it's a straight shot. It is a straight shot, but
it's only 2 episodes of John and Jim.
True.
Exactly.
I like that.
Just re-listen to our shows.
Okay,
Thursday,
then what do
Friday
I do?
show.
So I'm going to drive 600 miles and then just drop the car off like in the desert? Just like,
No, you idiot.
You never rented a car before?
But John has not done a lot of things.
I was going to say something ridiculous.
It would take John hours to figure out what to do here.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's what you would have to do. Like, this is worst case scenario. Is you would have to
Thursday afternoon, rent a car.
Thursday afternoon on Thanksgiving.
Are they even open?
Yeah. The good thing is roads.
No, I know the roads are open.
Roads would be clear.
Right.
It's Thanksgiving.
Right. True.
So worst case scenario is you have to rent a car in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Drive to Albuquerque.
And what you do is you set up like a drop off in Albuquerque. So you rent the car in Vegas. You have the drop off location in Albuquerque.
What's that cost? I'm not ultimately paying for it, I guess.
Right. So there you go. So it's fine. So it's good. I mean, the car ride from Vegas to San Diego that I had to take because our flight got canceled and the only way for us to get home was to rent a car.
Right.
Was, I think, like $340 one way.
Okay. So all right, let's say that. A couple $100 one way.
Now, my drive was 5.5 hours.
This is 9 hours.
This is like 8.5, 9 hours for you.
For me, it'll take 10 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go 54.
So let's just be say $400 to $450.
And then I drop it off.
You drop it off.
Fly back with the team.
And then you fly back with the team.
But also consider this. If I'm calling an Aztec basketball game, let's say Thursday afternoon. So I'm not starting a drive, let's say, till Thursday early evening.
Why do they have this on Thanksgiving?
Well, it could be Wednesday, but it could be as late as
They have
Thursday.
to win a game, right? Or win.
We'll see. Yeah, potentially. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, am I really going to drive 9 hours on Thanksgiving night? No, I'm not. I would probably stop halfway, hotel, wake up first thing, finish the drive, get to Albuquerque. Because that driving 9 hours, I'm not doing that.
After calling a game?
Yeah, I mean, at night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's not a good idea.
On Thanksgiving?
Yes. Eating a vegan turkey leg in my lap. Like, that sounds terrible.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I know.
And if you can't get a flight, then that's going to have to be what you have to do.
There's no flights. And I can't fly from Vegas to Albuquerque first thing Friday morning because what if the flight is delayed?
At least with the car, you hold
the keys in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
100%. Telling you, dude.
Stay tuned.
You're going to have to rent a car, bro.
I may have to.
Now, flights on Thanksgiving are probably going to be okay. But if you fly out on Thanksgiving?
From Las Vegas to Albuquerque.
So how do you get there?
Not in the afternoon.
How do you get there?
Well, my initial plan is leave Vegas Wednesday night after the Aztecs basketball team to San Diego.
But what if they play Thursday?
Then I'm screwed.
Oh, dude.
Then I think I have to drive.
I didn't even think about this. You might have to drive, bro. You can write this off, right? Or no? You
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll be reimbursed for it.
Yeah, you reimbursed it. So you
But
just
9 hours?
John, it's either that or you miss the game.
It's either that or you call the game.
I ain't gonna be here.
Call right now if you want a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration. Caller 4. You have a 4-pack of tickets. Call 877. I really am. 767-4760. That's 877-767-4760. Free family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego's Christmas celebration. Twinkling Lights meet Ocean Delights, November 14th through January 4th. You can experience the magic of the season, meet incredible animals like belugas, penguins, and sea otters. Plus, check out a winter wonderland with a million dazzling lights and the all-new Clyde and Seymour's Christmas. Tickets at SeaWorldSanDiego.com. Craig Stammen sounds off on Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's next.
This update is brought to you by Macy's Backstage. San Diego State takes on San Jose State Saturday night, Snapdragon Stadium. It's senior night, 7:30 kickoff, 5:30 is when our pregame coverage starts. You can listen to that game right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their 2026 regular season schedule today. They'll open up their season Saturday, February 21st against Montreal. A couple other key games on their schedule. They'll take on Inter Miami Sunday, September 20th in Miami. First matchup against Messi. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25 with new arrivals every day. You never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Getting you all set for that drive home. Let's just start the show. Here's John and Jim.
All right, San Diego and Southern California, what's going on? Final hour. This is flying. Final hour, John and Jim, on a Thursday afternoon. I feel like we just got here. And now we're within a final hour of the show. Sean Lewis show is coming up at 6 p.m. I've got an additional hour, Jim. I got to be here until 7.
No, you don't.
No, but some of the longer days for me are when we have
Thursdays.
the Brian Dutcher show live.
Oh, those are
Because I got the 2 to 6 and the yada yada. Carry the 1. It can be a lot. It can be a lot.
It is going to be a lot because, I mean, love Dutch, but sometimes Dutch can just get right to the point. Go just kind of a little bit short answers. You need to have a lot prepared.
No, Dutch is now we've done it for so many years now.
Well, yeah,
Dutch knows he knows the game.
But yeah, I was going to say with you, I mean, you can have a conversation with Dutch and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. And the same thing with Sean. Sean's terrific with it. With me and Rich, like Sean's very easy, is what I would say.
He's easy to talk to.
Dutch is the absolute best because here's the thing with Dutch that you don't always get with coaches. They lose the other night to Troy. Did you see the game?
John, I watched the game.
I mean, this thing was heartbreaking, right? And crushing and highs and lows. And Dutch comes out. You would never know that. I mean, you really, based on the way he speaks about it, you wouldn't know like that they lost this game by 1 point in heartbreaking fashion. Like he's very level-headed. Some coaches, dude, I've interviewed a lot of coaches over the years. Let me give you an example. I mean, I think he would agree. Rocky Long,
yeah.
After a loss, I would fear those conversations. Oh, remember the game?
They won though. They won the game, and he still chewed me out. Yeah.
I was calling a basketball game in LA that day, and you filled in for me on the postgame show for San Diego State football. Tell me what happened.
They won the game pretty convincingly.
Was it a bowl game?
It's a bowl game. And
New Mexico Bowl.
Yeah. And I asked him something about like avenging last year's bowl game loss or something.
You idiot.
I don't even remember.
I would love to hear that.
And he's like, why are you talking about last year? Last year doesn't matter. It's about here and now. Why would you ask me that? Like something along those lines. I was like,
and you're like, oh, okay.
Like, okie dokie.
Do we have that, Brent? Jim asking Rocky Long about I don't think we have that from 2020.
Like 2022, 21.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky would have had to be the head coach. It's been a while. Brent, do we have the Craig Stammen? We do have the Craig Stammen, though. We have the Craig Stammen. All right. So Craig Stammen goes on Buster Olney's ESPN podcast.
Yes.
Which probably gets a lot of downloads. Probably a ton of listens.
Got some good guests.
Yeah. Craig Stammen, former longtime reliever and now the manager for the Padres. Well, the conversation eventually gets to Fernando Tatis Jr. And we both think Craig Stammen said kind of the silent part out loud. Take a listen to this.
Then Tatis is a generational player, someone that like when I was pitching, he'd make plays behind me. I'm just like in awe of the things he could do, and so having that respect for him and having seen him at his best, I think allows me to hopefully push him to be at his best and not take some of the days where he's just like maybe I'm going to take a day off today, but push him to be the best that he can be, be that MVP caliber player that we all think he could be.
Ooh,
okay. Okay.
Like you get comfortable talking to somebody like, oh, did I just say he takes days off?
Can't have him take days off.
Oops.
And it's so blatantly obvious when you watch Fernando play
that he takes days off.
when you see it, some of its bats, and it's like 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts.
I mean, he has some really awful games off. I mean, at the plate.
And he'll have games where he just looks awful at the plate, like completely disinterested, swinging at bad pitches. I mean, to his credit this year, he parlayed some of those games like 0 for 4s with 3 strikeouts into like 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and a walk.
But honestly, to your point, he'll get on base.
But I mean, are we seriously, for all the people out there that hated Juan Soto, are we really going to applaud Fernando Tatis Jr. for walking when all Juan Soto did was walk, according to fans here in San Diego that hated Juan Soto, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer? Fernando Tatis Jr. won't even sniff the Hall of Fame. Are we really going to do that?
Well, Tatis won't sniff the Hall of Fame for a direct. Well, the 2 reasons. His numbers are going to be nowhere close.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
For the people in this town that thought Juan Soto is the worst player ever because, quote unquote, all he did was walk, that guy's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Fernando will never make the Hall of Fame. But yet we're applauding when Fernando walks. But yet you hated it as a fan when Juan Soto walked.
You know the key difference?
Fernando's a quote unquote homegrown talent. And
no, the key difference is Tatis still wears a Padres uniform.
That's
and
it,
the second he doesn't, you'll hear some of the same criticisms that are levied towards other players.
If Tatis ever left this town,
you're like, this guy never lived up to his potential. He was a reason why we didn't win.
There's nothing this fan base loves more than to crap on somebody when they leave.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of. I mean, Soto's the perfect example of that.
100%.
Soto's a really good example of that. I mean, Melvin's a good example of that. Shoot, Schilt.
And if anyone accuses me,
yeah, I mean, you've kind of piled
Mike
on
Schilt. I've piled on Mike Schilt since damn near game 1.
True, even when he was here.
Yeah.
I don't think the Padres are worse off for not having Mike Schilt, but I do think there's a big unknown with Craig Stammen. Like, even in listening to that, I'm like, what are they getting into here? Like you mentioned earlier, and we both laughed. Like, hey, if Craig Stammen unlocks Fernando Tatis Jr., I could almost fall off my chair. I mean, maybe Craig Stammen will be a brilliant manager, and maybe AJ Preller's done something so unconventional that it becomes conventional, hiring a former reliever to be a manager. But maybe not. Maybe Craig Stammen's an average manager. Maybe he's a first-time manager that's in over his head, trying to manage against clubs with the Dave Roberts of the world, and I don't even know who else, the Torrey Lavelle, like veteran managers. Like, is he going to be able to do the job that is necessary to guide this team to 90+ wins? I mean, it's easy to say he will in November, but what happens when we get into it and we're like, why is this guy managing? Literally the first ever full-time reliever to manage.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a little bit of a interesting roller coaster ride.
No, Giants have a roller coaster ride. They hired a college coach who was very successful.
That is
unique.
Way more risky than this.
I think so.
Way more risky.
I'd say it's way more unconventional.
Yeah.
The risk is the same. Padres need to win.
By the way.
Yeah.
Soto or Tatis, who are you taking on your team?
Why are you asking it right now to me that? I mean, I know the answer, I think, but why are you asking me? Because you want my answer?
Yeah.
Is there something that, well, Soto's numbers are not comparable to Fernando Tatis Jr.'s, right?
Why?
Over the last 3 years, Soto's been a much more productive player.
Why I'm asking it is because we've had this conversation about Fernando Tatis today because of what Craig Stammen said today to Buster Olney.
Right.
Saying that he takes days off. He needs to get back to his MVP potential, right? I need to motivate him to make sure he doesn't have those days off. Not calling him lazy, but kind of calling him out, say like, hey, he takes days off and that can't happen. And AJ Preller said it the same thing essentially during the press conference or after the press conference to Marty.
Yeah.
And then I'm going off of what we just talked about with, whenever we talk about Fernando Tatis Jr. and how he needs to be better and how his season wasn't really that good last year, the WAR was just like a mirage. We get 10 people in our chat saying, well, look at his walks, or, his on base percentage was great. Or you get fans in our DMs or fans on social media saying those types of things with, his walks was great. He had a great season, his walks. And I was just laying out to those same people that are praising Fernando Tatis Jr. for his walks. you're the same people that also criticize Juan Soto for quote unquote only walking. So then I ask, like,
who would you rather have?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, if I don't have the numbers in front of me, but Soto has literally generational numbers, and Tatis does not. So Soto's numbers are better. So based on numbers, you take Soto.
It's not even close. It's
go.
Juan Soto 7 out of 7 days.
What
every
are
single,
what
every
are
single
his
day,
career?
every single week.
Just give me his career numbers.
His career numbers?
Kind of. That's what I want. Like batting average on base, slug.
He's a career 291 hitter with a career 966 OPS hitter. He averages his 162 game average is 36 homers, 103 RBIs, 132 walks, a 417 on base percentage, and a 531 slug.
And what's Tatis?
Making me hold on, John.
Well, you just asked me which would you rather, so I thought you had it pulled up.
Those are Fernando's, or sorry, that's Soto. Fernando,
162 average. It's going to be pretty good, I think, based on his first 3 years.
Based on his first 3 years, 277 with an 868 OPS, but that's a mirage because he's not even his last 3 years. All right, his last 3 years, his OPS is like low 800s.
Yep.
Here we go.
It's 803, I think.
Yeah. So his OPS the last 3 years is 803. He's 162 game average, 28 home runs, 80 RBIs. Juan Soto's is in the 30s and over 100 RBIs and a 950 OPS.
No, I agree with you. The RBI thing, Tatis has been.
But his defense.
His defense is good.
Defense is great. There's no denying it.
So you're saying,
but I'm
choosing between the two, you're choosing Soto.
Yeah. Do you pay all the money for defense? Or do you pay all the money for production at the plate?
Right. They don't build statues with guys wearing gloves.
No.
Maybe they do.
But back in the day, they did.
I know. I mean, they could, but they're not for Tatis.
Like Ozzie Smith, he's a Hall of Famer because of his glove.
Exactly. 858 says, Jim talking about the fans crapping on people when they leave LMAO, pot, meat, kettle.
Did I not say that I was?
It might have been from earlier. I don't know.
So who have I crapped on that I've praised once they if I say I praised Mike Schilt for everything, and then the second that he quits, then I start saying what I've said about Mike Schilt. Right. Okay, I get it.
No, you're true to it,
dude. I have weared out Manny. I have criticized Tatis. I have criticized I've criticized Preller. I've criticized Schilt.
I mean, we criticized Soto when it was fair to criticize Soto.
If anything, I'm the opposite. I was saying that for people that were crapping on Melvin, I was like, dude, Melvin took this team to an NLCS.
Right.
3 wins away from a World Series.
Right.
Everyone's crapping on Juan Soto, including media members in this town that know nothing about sports. And they're crapping on Juan Soto. I'm like, dude, Juan Soto's a generational Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the points are valid.
If you're going to say kettle meat or what is
pot meat kettle?
Pot meat kettle, then you really don't listen because I just tell it straight up. So sorry. I've criticized and I've talked about these players and managers and GMs in real time while they're still here.
That's a good point. All right, here until 6 p.m. Jim's back page still ahead. We can continue that conversation. Fernando Tatis Jr., can he bounce back in 2026? We'd love to hear from you. 877-767-4760 here until 6 p.m. John and Jim. All right, you can catch the Sean Lewis Show tonight, 6 p.m. San Diego Sports 760. Me and Rich will sit down with the Aztecs head coach and get you ready for San Jose State. Sean Lewis Show tonight at 6 and you're home for the Aztecs. San Diego Sports 760. No guarantee of any additional home games at Snapdragon Stadium. We're hopeful for a Mountain West Championship game, but this could be the final game of the year for San Diego State at home. If you haven't been, senior night, get there. Hopefully the weather is good. I mean, the weather last week was a disaster.
Like, hey, can we get some nice weather back in San Diego?
Yeah,
this is BS, guys.
Just give me nice, clear weather. Come Saturday night. Get out to Snapdragon Stadium. The tickets are 20-something bucks. Support San Diego State football. I mean, I think they've earned it this year at 8-2. I really do. I hope they're sent out well, their senior class, on senior night, which is Saturday night at 7:30. What do you got, Brent?
Looks like just rain in the morning.
I had rain in the morning. And then from, again, Saturday night to Friday afternoon in Albuquerque is the turnaround for San Diego State. So it will be a short week for the Aztecs coming up. Are you a
Yes.
I know the answer to this. Are you a feast week guy? Do you know what feast week is to me? Neither of you know what I'm talking about? Like college basketball on television during Thanksgiving?
Oh, no.
All the tournaments, like 9 a.m. games, Maui,
Isn't the Maui
Hall of
like
Fame
about
classic.
to die?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a junkie.
I know you are.
I mean, it's not what it was, but I mean, do you like watching the, events in the Bahamas and Vegas and Maui and everywhere? I love that. So I'm sitting here right now, for example, watching Nebraska, New Mexico, obviously from Kansas City in front of 0 people. I mean, there's no one there.
You're a certified psycho.
But am I is the question.
No, I respect it.
Yeah. Like what's the equivalent for you? But like, what's your like certifiable psycho sitting around watching moment?
I don't have something where like I only watch it and nobody else watches it.
I'm not the only person that watches college basketball.
But you're like one of the only people watching. Who is it again?
New Mexico and Nebraska?
Yeah, of course. Besides a Nebraska fan and a New Mexico fan.
Potentially.
During the show.
Yeah. I mean, I just have it on. Just have it on. So you don't have something like that? You don't have a guilty pleasure?
I have guilty pleasures, but like my guilty pleasures involve things that like a lot of people watch.
You're like, my guilty pleasures, I watch the NFL. Well, yeah, I mean, so does everyone.
Here's a weird guilty pleasure.
Okay.
But a lot of people watch it because this YouTube channel has like millions and millions of views.
Okay.
You're gonna think I'm the weirdest person on the planet.
Okay. I already do.
Have you ever heard of the Outdoor Boys?
You've brought this up like 1,000 times, maybe. Is it just people outside like cooking food?
No.
But this isn't sports, but let me hear it.
His name is Luke from the Outdoor Boys. And it's just him. And he has a family that he sometimes takes out, and they're on the episodes as well. But on YouTube, there's a channel called The Outdoor Boys.
Okay.
And this guy, Luke, he lives in like Alaska. And all he does, or all he did before he stopped making videos recently, and everyone like lost their mind, was he would go out into the wild in Alaska and try to survive for like a night without like anything. He's like, I'm going to bushcraft my way through the night.
So what does he have? Just camera gear or mic? Like he's just got a camera and a microphone?
And so he'll like bring like an axe and like some food or whatever. And then he'll make like a shelter. And
I mean, is that hard to do?
Bro.
Could I survive a night in Alaska?
Let me answer that for you. You couldn't survive a night in Alaska, even like
in a hotel
room.
I don't think you'd survive the afternoon in Alaska.
Well, what makes it hard? Why can't I make it through the night? I just wear like a sweater.
Because his videos are like, it's negative 32 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that I couldn't survive. So, okay, so people are interested because they're kind of living vicariously through this like ridiculous adventure.
Well, what makes it interesting is like he'll create these shelters out of nothing.
Okay.
And then he'll bring random food. He's like, oh, I shot an elk last week, so I got elk ribs and I made some bread and now I'm going to make the whole feast.
What happened? Why is he out on videos?
Because he said he didn't like the fame. He didn't like that his videos got so popular.
People knew who he was.
People knew who he was. He didn't like that. I mean, some of his
So he did it for the true like love.
The love of the game. He did it for the love of the game.
I would have done it for the views.
He could just randomly walk around in the Alaskan wilderness by himself and
Like
just without people running into him.
I know you.
So
You're the guy that tries to die all the time.
So I watch these YouTube videos in like my spare time, and it's a weird thing. Like, but it's not like you watching sports.
I'd rather watch Nebraska, New Mexico.
Let me just tell you really quick about this guy's YouTube channel.
Sure.
All right. He has 492 videos.
Okay.
He has 17.7 million subscribers.
Wow.
His most popular video, John, was 5 years ago. He said it's a 2-story Lego fort Nerf battle, parents versus kids, 150 million views.
150 million views.
His other most popular one was dugout shelter under 10 feet of snow, solo camping, 82 million. 4 days alone in Alaska, bushcraft camping and foraging food, 53 million. Stranded in Alaskan rainforest, 3 days solo camping, 50 million views.
By the way, forget about that for 1 second.
Oh, you weren't listening.
Okay. No, I was listening. I don't care. 858 saying dopes. That's to mean you. We're dopes.
Okay.
And this is why we're dopes, because he knows Mets fans that have seen how Soto is not only a cancer, but his piss poor defense negates his offensive numbers. Why is that so hard to understand? Let me reply first. Hey,
Moron.
858. Yeah, I had another
I'll
word
say
for
it.
Hey, 858.
Thanks for listening.
Juan Soto has more rings than the three of us combined, you, 858, and me and Jim. He just played for another World Series. He did not hold the Mets back this past year. Look it up. All right, he's the reason why the Mets had any shot this past year. So don't tell me Juan Soto isn't a team guy and can't win on a good team. He won a World Series. He was on a damn good Padres team. He was on a damn good Yankees team. Juan Soto has lifted, like he's lifted teams. Like you might not like his defense. I get it. Is he the best defensive player ever? I'll take offense over defense until I'm 6 feet under. And that's why I'm taking Soto over Tatis. Oh, but he made a play over the right field wall. So he's guaranteed to do that 6 times every year? Give me a break.
He was so awful. He finished third in MVP voting.
He sucked. He was such a cancer.
What a loser.
It was because they got shut out the final day of the regular season in Miami. That was all Juan Soto. Trade him. Now, would I sign him to that contract? That's a lot of money. I get it. It's a crazy contract, but that's the Mets' decision. You dope, Jim?
Man, it's funny because this 858 number.
Does he hate you?
Is he the same number?
I don't know if he is.
Oh, it's not the same number. Nice. Hold on. Let's see what this. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. You message us literally all the time. So who's the dope?
I need to see what some of these
Probably
messages
us.
are. I need to see the messages. All right, here until 6 p.m.
I got one. November.
What happened to the Aztecs? Embarrassing.
November.
You guys are so wishy-washy.
You guys are such freaking tools.
But you listen every day, dude.
You listen all the time. You're obsessed with us.
You're obsessed. Let it go.
You guys are so wishy-washy.
Actually, I only see a handful of texts here.
I see a bunch of
I
texts
do
from this
too
guy.
when I click show all.
Yeah.
All right. We'll continue this on the
Moron.
other side, John and Jim.
All right, this update's brought to you by Macy's Backstage. San Diego State takes on San Jose State Saturday night for senior night at Snapdragon Stadium. 7:30 kickoff, 5:30 pregame. Listen right here on San Diego Sports 760. SDFC released their schedule today for the upcoming 2026 season. They'll kick off their season on February 21st here at home against Montreal. And tonight at 6 p.m., 30 minutes from now, Sean Lewis Coaches Show with Rich John and Coach Lewis. 1 full hour talking about San Diego State against San Jose State. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25 with new arrivals every day. You never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
All right, Jim's back page coming up. Jim just told you, Sean Lewis Show coming up. Underway on Thursday Night Football. And guess what, Jim? James Cook, 45 yards to the house. House call.
Oh,
7-0 Buffalo in Houston tonight. Thursday Night Football. We both said Bills in a bit of a laugher tonight, didn't we? You said Bills by 20 tonight.
Yeah, I did.
Looking at the AFC standings right now, the Bills are 7-3. How do you feel about them in terms of making their way? No, seriously, like because the Chiefs are struggling, is this the year the Bills get to a Super Bowl? There's a lot of teams with a better record than them right now in the AFC, like the Colts, like the Patriots, like the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
So their path, even if it doesn't go through Kansas City or the Chiefs team, may still include road games.
I think it's pretty high, John, especially.
You feel good about them.
I like Josh Allen. But here's the thing.
Wild card team? No, what I'm saying is that New England wins the division.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They'll be a wild card team. Oof.
That makes it hard, right?
I have no idea what's going to happen in the AFC. Like the Broncos, Colts, and Patriots. Flashback to
Steelers.
Yeah, flashback to like 09.
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't have a good feel for that either. That's a good point. Like, are we going to be looking up? It's like, oh, the Ravens are in the Super Bowl.
Like, are we going to get an AFC title game of Broncos and Patriots?
That'd be amazing. Colts, Patriots, Ravens, Steelers.
These are your father's Patriots and Colts.
I mean, I didn't expect the Patriots to be at the top of the AFC this quickly.
I didn't either. And then you look at who they played, and to the point that's I think Stephen A. and Cam, who was it? Cam Newton? I was like Cam.
Yeah,
Ward.
Cam Ward was.
That's Cam Newton.
Yeah,
they were trying to talk about before they became just giant buffoons. Is that if you look at their Patriots schedule and look who they've beaten, they have a lot of wins under their belt that are like, really? But
you're saying they've benefited from a soft schedule.
Yeah, but it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, it's got to go out and take care of business, and they're not winning these games by like 3 points. They're some of these games are blowing teams out. And they went on the road and they beat the Buffalo Bills, and since that game they have been on a roll. And Drake May has been fantastic.
I think winning at Tampa also.
Yes.
So like those are okay. Maybe you're right. There's some. It's not their fault, to your point, that the schedule includes the Cleveland Browns
and
and whoever's in the division, the New York Jets.
Yeah,
like that's or the Carolina Panthers.
Panthers are actually kind of nice.
Well, they blew them out, but or the Titans. Okay, like that. That's not their fault that their schedule includes the Titans. But I mean, look at what they have to come. They have a golden path, Jim, to like a 1 seed. Bengals, Giants. I mean, they have a really favorable finish. They still have the Jets. They still have the Dolphins. They could pile up another 4 or 5 wins and be really well positioned. The reason I say it about the Bills is, isn't everyone waiting for like the Josh Allen to get to the Super Bowl? Isn't that just like the next thing we're waiting for?
Yeah.
Or Lamar Jackson in the AFC.
Like, can Josh Allen put the team on his back, yo?
Yeah.
I saw a stat the other day that Josh Allen has more rushing touchdowns in his career than Thurman Thomas.
That's ridiculous. What? Is that real? So Thurman Thomas, that's crazy. That's really crazy. How many rushing touchdowns?
You look up Thurman Thomas, I'll look at Josh Allen.
Yeah. So career rushing touchdowns for Thurman Thomas. I guess only 65.
65.
65. Josh Allen already has 65 plus rushing touchdowns.
He has where is it? Why can I find this stupid stat?
You go to stats.
No, I know.
Rushing and receiving.
Only showing me like passing right now. Hold on. My computer's not loading because it's gonna blow up and die.
Let me find this out. You idiot. I'm gonna kill you. You can't bring this up and then not have anything to go to.
Where is it?
Oh my gosh. He's got 75 rushing touchdowns. 75.
Oh, yeah. He
What? 10 in 10 games?
yeah.
He had 12 last year and 15 the year before. I mean, that's ridiculous. 75. He's young. How many is he gonna have for his career? 150. He's 29. That's insane. That really is insane.
What he had? Oh my gosh.
He's thrown for 18 also. Plus 10 rushing. I mean,
So 2023, he had 29 touchdowns through the air and 15 on the ground.
that's absurd.
What?
Yeah, that's absurd.
44 total
That's
touchdowns?
absurd.
Dude.
So I think the next thing I want to see in the AFC, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, would you rather see the random Colts or Patriots team end up in the Super Bowl, or do you want to see Lamar Jackson in a Super Bowl for a first time, or like a Josh Allen?
Let's just get this over with. Get Josh Allen and get the Buffalo Bills a Super Bowl. Like,
it's
just,
time.
Just get it over with.
We've all been waiting over a generation since they got there.
Yeah.
4 straight times.
Like, give me like Bills and who's a team in the NFC that no one really
Niners.
likes? No, how about
Niners
not?
have a 13-0 lead midway through the third, only to like fumble the ball going in.
Oh my
Return
god!
for 96 yards.
Chris McCaffrey breaks his leg in the game.
Right.
Brock Purdy throws like 2 pick sixes, and Josh Allen has like 7 total touchdowns.
There's always Bills Lions that we've talked about over the last couple of years.
You gotta want that though,
because then
you want a team Eagles, but
you want David Goliath as opposed to 2 Davids.
Yeah. Now Eagles from my household, it wouldn't be great.
Yeah. Because you'd be rooting for the Bills and Aaron would be rooting for the Eagles.
I would take Bills Rams Super Bowl. I can root against the Rams hard.
That'd be a good Super Bowl though.
It'd be good.
That'd be good.
Stafford and Allen, like, ooh, that'd be good.
I think a lot of people would tell you, like, if the postseason was right now, the Rams would probably. Who was it just told us that? Will Brinson likes the Rams over the Eagles.
He loves the Rams. He's like the biggest Rams fan ever.
I know, and he's been singing the praises of Matt Stafford since like week 2 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? Remember they had the home loss to San Francisco?
Yeah, against Mac Jones on Thursday night.
Yeah, like
So it was a crazy game.
Yeah, and at that point you're like, are the Rams gonna be any good?
They went for it on 4th and 2.
I remember that.
At the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it. And they lost the game.
They had plenty of opportunities in that game, remember?
They should have won.
Yeah.
And then they come back and they just blow the Niners out at home.
Yeah, but I remember in that moment, I'm like, are the Rams going to be any good? And now
Matthew Stafford's year has been
ridiculous.
Incredible.
I didn't realize what Chris Hodge told us earlier, that Jalen Hurts is 16 touchdown passes, 1 pick?
I didn't realize that either until I looked it up a couple days ago.
It doesn't, I mean, they don't throw it a ton, but I guess still 16 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Listen to this year from Matthew Stafford. All right. 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Is he going to win the MVP?
Yeah, probably. If the Rams get like the 1 seed, which would be crazy because you look, his best finish in MVP voting was in 2023 when he finished 8th.
Is that right?
He's only a 2-time Pro Bowler. The Pro Bowls don't really mean much anymore.
That still is kind of insane.
But that is crazy. He's only made the Pro Bowl 2 times.
Now they don't have the tiebreaker in the NFC because they lost in Philadelphia.
How many All Pros is he? I don't think he has any All Pros.
It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's going to be crazy if Stafford.
How old is he?
37. If he wins an MVP, he'll be a Super Bowl champ, and he'll have an MVP. He'll have some good numbers to 62,000 passing yards in his career, 404 touchdowns thrown.
He's a lock Hall of Famer. Even with that, isn't he a lock Hall of Famer? He's a lock Hall of Famer.
Dude, Pro Bowls matter?
I don't think so. I don't think they matter.
Do All Pros matter because he's never been an All Pro?
How many guys have 62,000 passing yards as many touchdown passes as him? Not a lot. 20-year franchise quarterback, right? Are his numbers better than Phillip Rivers' numbers? Yeah.
Players whose career was of similar quality and shape.
Yeah.
You got Donovan McNabb,
Hmm.
Terry Bradshaw, Eli Manning, Carson Palmer, Drew
Interesting.
Bledsoe, Jim Kelly, Boomer Esiason.
So only some of those guys are in.
Only some, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, he's still also not done. You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
numbers aren't finished. But what if he wins another Super Bowl?
Then a Super Bowl and an MVP? Yeah,
Then you're a lock.
you're getting in.
You're definitely a lot.
He
yeah.
Ninth all time in passing yards.
So I was going to look up right now most passing yards in NFL history.
He's ninth in career touchdown passes.
He's a lock.
He's a lock.
The 8 in front of him in passing yard. We say a lock. I mean, the players in front of him, Matt Ryan.
Is he? Well, he's an MVP.
Right. Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers conversation, man.
Ben Roethlisberger.
He's a lock.
Aaron Rodgers.
He's a lock.
Brett Favre.
Already in.
Peyton Manning.
Already in.
Drew Brees.
Lock.
Do you think Brady gets in?
Maybe.
All right. Jim's back page on the other side. It's John and Jim. All right, Sean Lewis show coming up at 6 p.m. Can I make a very astute point?
No.
A deep thought sports point that's going to blow your mind. Here's the point. Sports are weird.
Yes.
And the reason I say it is we just saw Troy here Tuesday night look like the Globetrotters or like 2017 Warriors. I don't even know if that team was good, but I would imagine they were. Were the Warriors good in 2017? Was that their 73 win team?
No, that was their 67 win team, but they won
a title.
16-1 in the postseason.
Okay, so Troy the other night looked great, right? They win at Viejas. They fight off. Players foul out. They survive Miles Bird hitting a half-court shot at the buzzer.
Yeah.
And they win 108-107. They're a road trip. They're a 14-day road trip, by the way. Troy, 14 day. This is game 4 in 7 days in California. Then they're going to Fort Myers, Florida. It's like a barnstorming.
Are you following the Troy Trojans?
No, but I just read the game notes because I called the game. They're playing at SC tonight, USC at the Galen Center. They're 18.5-point underdogs, Troy tonight. I mean, Vegas knows better than I do, and maybe Troy's just content to get their win at Viejas Arena and head to Fort Myers, Florida. But I mean, I'm sure SC's on high alert after watching the game tape from San Diego. Like, if that team shows up, we're going to be in a game. But USC is favored by 18.5 points tonight.
That team shows up. We
right?
got a problem.
Well, I'm sure they were doing a little bit of a deep dive after Tuesday night.
They're like, oh,
right?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what happens tonight between Troy and USC. Are you going to be watching that?
No, John.
It's on the Big Ten Network if you want to watch.
It will not be on the TV tonight.
What are you watching?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Bills, Texans.
We'll watch something. I don't know what we'll watch.
Okay.
We've been watching this new show called It. Was it the Dairy? Welcome to Dairy.
Welcome to Dairy.
Yeah.
It's about milk. What dairy?
It's about killer clowns, John.
Is it?
You ever watch the movie It?
No.
Okay. With the killer clown?
You're watching a movie with Aaron about a killer clown?
No, it's a TV show on HBO Max.
And she's into that?
Yeah, it's a good show. It's actually a really good show.
Is it scary?
You wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like it.
I'm out.
Actually, it's not scary, Brent. Like, I'm not scared, and I don't like scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I don't like the exorcism, like scary things. Like, I don't deal with the exorcism stuff.
Yeah, I've never seen that stuff.
But like, I can deal with like a scary clown.
I like nice clowns.
No such thing.
They're all not nice, John.
I like the clowns that make balloons.
I mean, you sit next to a clown every single day.
I do.
But I'm bummed for everyone that hates me out there.
Let's get to it.
All right, continue watching your game.
Yeah, actually, let me see what's happening.
So Cheetos is releasing new Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Puffs.
Okay.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
Cheetos fans are buzzing after reports surfaced that the brand is preparing to launch a new Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Puff flavor, combining 2 of its most popular profiles into one bold snack. While the crunchy Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle variety is already available in the U.S., the Puffs version is yet to hit shelves, expected to roll out in 2026.
What would the puff version be?
Like puffier. Puffs. It's not like the regular Cheetos. It's like
yeah, I
puff.
got you. No, I do.
The ones that
Blown
get
up
stuck
Cheeto.
in your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
a
got it.
blown up Cheeto.
Yep. I got it.
Are you down with things that taste like dill pickles or like pickles or anything?
I don't think I am. I haven't really tried a lot, but I don't think is it better than an actual pickle? Because I'm not like a big.
Now, am I weird? Because, well,
Yes.
so I like pickles a lot, but I like pickles only individually. I don't like pickles on like my burger.
I'm the opposite.
Well, you don't eat burgers.
Well, I would eat it on a sandwich, but I wouldn't eat it individually.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like to eat pickles individually by itself. I don't like it on my sandwich. I don't like it on my burger.
Well, you just sit around housing pickles.
No, I'm just saying if I get a burger with a pickle on it, I take the pickle off. Housing pickles.
Just sitting at home.
We cleaned out our fridge the other day and there were 3 jars of pickles in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't like them that much.
I guess I don't.
You know.
But I do use pickles when I make tuna salad.
Okay, to put it in the tuna salad, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had pickled juice?
Not a big pickle juice guy.
Yeah. Either am I.
Anyway. Listen to this.
Okay.
In one of the most iconic real life name coincidences ever, Joel Berger and Ashley King, better known as Mr. Berger and Mrs. King,
Right.
when they tied the knot and got married, the couple are both from Illinois. They had been known as the Burger King since elementary school.
Really?
And once their engagement announcement went viral, Burger King surprised them with a Skype call and offered to cover the full cost of their wedding, calling it a whopper of a wedding. The company supplied everything from wedding expenses to custom Burger King favors, crowns, and gift bags.
You know my big question out of that? My big revelation is who the hell uses Skype? Burger King called them on Skype?
This happened a while ago.
This is 2017?
Around there.
Right?
Yeah. It remains one of the most memorable fast food PR moments ever.
And then Burger King on AOL Instant Messenger sent them a message. Like, what? Skype, right?
Everyone uses Zoom now.
Zoom. What else do we use? Teams. Skype. FaceTime them or something.
I agree. Finally, a copy of Superman #1 found in an attic in California got graded by CGC at a 9.0.
Is it a comic book?
Yes.
Okay.
A copy of the Superman #1 comic book that was found in an attic in California just became the most expensive comic book ever sold, fetching $9.12 million at Heritage.
Come on.
World record.
Come on.
Happened today.
9 million.
Superman #1.
Is it the only Superman
from
#1?
1939? It's not the only one. This is just a copy of it. So there's a bunch out there, but this copy is graded at a 9.0 at CGC.
How did they keep it in such good condition?
And it was in an attic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So this is the only one of its kind graded that high.
Got you. So it's a 1 of 1 with a 9 grade or higher.
Yeah.
Interesting.
1939.
Jeez.
I wonder who bought it. I know Nicolas Cage had one of the other
Clark Kent,
like #1s because he's like a Superman fanatic. I wonder if he bought this one too.
I mean, imagine you're cleaning out your attic and you're like,
oh, look, this old
preserved
Superman.
in excellent condition. Just a random copy of Superman #1.
You know what? If I saw that, I'd probably throw it out
100%.
because I wouldn't know.
You have no clue.
I'd have no clue. How many baseball cards over the years worth tens of thousands of dollars have been thrown out over the years?
Oh,
how many?
So many.
1,000.
A lower graded copy of Superman #1 sold for $5.3 million
Jeez.
in a private sale in 2022. At the time, it was graded a CGC 8.0, but later CGC raised it to an 8.5.
That's a little fishy.
Still, the newly found copy eclipses all of the 94 copies ever to be graded by CGC.
Oh, wow. So there's really not that many of them.
There's only 24.
From 1939. I mean, we're pushing 100 years now. 100 years you're pushing.
And also, my guess is the reason why it probably is booming right now is because this new Superman movie just came out. The new DC universe is kind of taking shape. And so, like, Superman's kind of a hot commodity.
You mean the DCU?
Ooh.
No. Because the DCU is a Snyderverse. That's dead.
It's the DC. No, that's the DCEU, Brent. This is the DCU.
DCU, Brent. Come on.
John is right.
Straight.
DCEU, Extended Universe.
Yeah, this is DCU. Come on.
This is the DCU.
Don't question me on DCU stuff. All right. Sean Lewis Show on the other side. If you missed anything today, sportssd.com, iHeartRadio app, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Spotify. Be with us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Sean Lewis Show on the other side for Brent and Jim. I'm John. Keep it here. This is San Diego Sports 760.
Okay.
Bye-bye.